Beats Planet.
Boy. Let me look y'all in the camera when we just, you know, let me just. Let me just wait. Just before we get started, let me just. Finally, Voch has come back to the new crib. What's up, y'all? Appreciate y'all for waiting ever so patiently. It's been a while. Been about a good 10 to 12 days before I checked in with y'all. We here. One word call for us being here. Just one time. Just one time. We are no longer in the hood. Let me just. Let me just. One time for the good people. Just welcome back, man. Just welcome back. It's a lot going on here in my new little setup. You know what I mean? Like if I zoom out just a little bit, you see like two monitors. Like we never did the two monitor thing before. You know what I'm saying? So I'm here to make sure me and my sound levels is good. You know what I'm saying? And the chat is over here on, because we never did two screens before. You know what I mean? So let's just one time. The phones is over here. The chat box is over here. At the war call is up. Like if they were ever to just chant Voch's name, the war call would be right here. Just let me zoom back where we were. That ain't where we was. We was a little closer than that. No problem. We'll get back where we were. That's close enough. Let me move these things around. We're gonna get this thing perfected. This is a rough look of what the new studio kind of thing is gonna look like. Of course, it's gonna change over time. If y'all were on my Twitter machine, you know what I'm saying, about a month ago, I was like, hey man, where can I go to get some good wall art? And people recommended some good places to go get wall art. So this blank wall, I know y'all used to blank walls all behind me and like my knife board from the kitchen. You can see I gotta give you directions to the kitchen now. You know what I'm talking about, dog? Let me So you just won't see the kitchen in the background anymore. This is its own room, so you won't hear cats running in here. You won't hear kids outside screaming in Spanish. We blessed, man. Life is good. That's the thing. And then plus, y'all know we got draft coming up in about 13 to 14 or so days. I'm not good at math. 11 maybe 12 or so days until the draft comes around. So y'all know we're going to be doing 3 days of draft coverage right here on this channel. Last year we only did one, and I had my little funky MacBook Pro on a plastic folding Walmart table, and I couldn't properly take calls. I couldn't properly have as many people in the live stream as I wanted to. I wanted to get Skype involved so I can reach out to other YouTubers, but we couldn't get that going because my last computer was a piece of shit. It was just a piece of shit, but we've upgraded a little bit. There's the PC back there holding it down. The PC was never in view, but hey man, if it's gonna be doing the work, we might as well make it a star. So we're gonna put that there. My cable management is horrible. Y'all just bear with me. Everything will clean itself up. But 3 days of draft coverage on this channel, 1, 2, and 3, giving reactions, reviews, analysis, all that good stuff. So tune in. It would mean the world to me. I can see my chat box without pressing a button. You know what I'm saying? Without even pressing a button. My homeboy said, he first says YouTube saw the new crib before me. We ain't friends for real. Well, I mean, look, this is really a lie. This is really an illusion, because anybody knows when you first move, one corner of the crib may be clean, but the rest of it look like you just moved in. So all this is clean. Like I put in the work to clean all this up, but we got to clean the rest of it up. Sadie first is going to be in the studio in that chair or that chair. When it's time for the draft, just getting, full blown reaction with me. So, it be all right. But anyway, Manuel says, fix those wires. You come fix them. You come fix my wires. Come on, man. Don't be tech guy like that, man. Shaq dropped a dub in the super chat. Make sure you donate this for the CD Lamb poster. Still one of the favorites from the last fire draft. Hey man, look, if I find a good CD Lamb poster, a good CD Lamb art thingamajig, I'll put it around here somewhere. All this is going to be filled with art, by the way. So y'all going to slowly see me build my collection up, and it's going to be based on my taste. I'm not going to put the Mona Lisa back there. I'm too hood for that. You know what I mean? So you're going to see some rappers. You're going to see like Prince going to be back there somewhere. You're going to see some anime stuff I grew up with, some gaming stuff. It's going to be a mixture of things. Y'all will see as it comes together. You know what I mean? Hang tight. I got some draft topics I wanted to kind of hit with y'all today. My number is still the same. It's active. Yep, 515-606-5187. Access code 309104. I'm so relieved I ain't got to click a button to go find my number no more. I can just look over here at my number. I can look right there to see where my phone lines are. I can look right here for the war call just in case they are chanting Voch's name. Just in case. And of course, Voch, you need a picture of yourself in the cat like Death Row. That's hilarious. I know I got another super chat here. Shaq dropped 5 in super chat. My boy Voch out the hood. Hashtag black excellence indeed. The Traveling Man Talk Show dropped 5 in super chat for moving to the new crib. Appreciate you. It looks like you have a show of your own, sir. So or man, Traveling Man. So sir. So y'all go check out the Traveling Man Talk Show. I'm sure they're talking about some good stuff over. Let's go look up the Traveling Man Talk Show and see what they talking about, and then we'll be back. But until then, though, I had a handful of draft topics that I wanted to touch on with y'all today. It's been a while since I've been here, so what happens when you're gone? The Traveling Man Talk Show. See what you're talking about. I can't even find it. I'll I'll find it elsewhere. So this is what y'all like to do when Voch goes on vacation, because the key word in vacation is indeed vacate. That means I need to be gone in order to have vacation. But I never truly vacate. I always kind of just show the hell up wherever. But, you know, I'm constantly getting hit with these questions on Twitter. I get hit with a lot of questions in my chat box and comment sections or whatever. So this is y'all's time. I implore you all to use the phone number and hey man, get in touch with the show and ask whatever the hell it is you've been wanting to ask for the past 10 days I've been gone. I actually haven't done one of these in a while. We've done Scoutcast. I've dropped some other little, miscellaneous videos or whatever. I've dropped some of my ranking videos, but I haven't really given y'all an opportunity to kind of talk to me for a while. So ask your freaking questions, man. 515-606-5187. Access code 309104. The lunatic is up first, but I just wanted to get this topic out the way, man. Let me just get this topic out. I've been wanting to talk about for a good little bit, man. So y'all know I like to be really careful with the idea of generational players. You know what I mean? I never like to jump out on the roof and say a player is generational, because in my mind, I think about what is a football generation. I think about the college cycle, which is like 4 years. And then if you redshirt 5. So in my mind, a solid football generation, a good cycle is about 5 to 6 years. And that's about when guys go into the league and get out of their prime. Not quarterbacks. Quarterbacks work a little longer than that. But if you think about running backs, linebackers, receivers for the most part, they're in their prime for about 5 to 6.5 or so years. So in my mind, a generation is 6 years. So in order to be generational, you have to be 6 years away from the last player like you. You see what I'm saying? So let me just give it, like, Aaron Donald is very generational. You know what I mean? There has never been a D tackle like Aaron Donald. 6 years after Aaron Donald, Aaron's going to be leaving his prime pretty soon. We haven't seen another D tackle like Aaron Donald. That makes Aaron Donald generational. Chase Young ain't generational because the Bosa kids ain't that far from him. Myles Garrett relatively ain't too far from him. You know what I'm saying? And Myles wasn't that far from Vaughn. You see what I'm saying? It was a long time before we saw a pass rusher like Lawrence Taylor. You see what I'm saying? People still look at him like he's the best. You see what I'm saying? Larry Allen, there hasn't been. Even if you look at Quentin Nelson ain't Larry Allen. You see, these guys are generational guys. But you can't call Quentin Nelson very generational because Zach Martin wasn't that far in front of him. You see what I'm saying? They're very, very good players. I want us to stop looking at guys and calling them generational for the sake of calling them generational. I saw somebody call Chase Young generational. Let me just take a sip of water before I start tearing down Chase Young real fast. Let me just... Not Chase Young, J. Martin Chase, my bad. Scott Walker still dropped in a dub in the super chat there. Salute to the new spot, brother. Blessings. See you at the top. Hey man, Scott Walker still finna be the best in all this shit, by the way. You know what I mean? Like talking YouTube and content and all that. Scott Walker still about to smoke the shit out of everybody. I just want to be draft dude, information guy, and I just kind of want to have my little lane, but Scott Walker still, Scott, he about to take all this shit over. So appreciate you, sir. Appreciate you, my guy. Hey. Jamar Chase is not generational. Penei Sewell is not generational. They're impressive, but they're not what we call generational. Randy Moss is generational. You know what I'm saying? Like T.O. I would say Calvin. You know? Larry Fitzgerald is a Hall of Famer, but he's not generational. You see what I'm saying? I definitely don't see generational in Jamar Chase. I see pretty good in Jamar Chase. I don't see generational. I don't see generational in Lamb. I just don't see generational because within the next 2 to 3 years, there's going to be some people that's going to be as good as them or make us as excited as them. So I was having this conversation about Penei Sewell and this bill of goods that we've been sold on. I'm about to talk a lot of shit about Penei Sewell. But that doesn't mean that I think Penei Sewell is terrible. I think Penei Sewell is incredible. Penei Sewell, I just dropped my top 50 board on Patreon. Y'all can go to Patreon and check that out. I'm having it converted into a solid image so I can present it to you all. So you all will get it within, I don't know, like a week or so. But let me just go to my top 50 board. Just to kind of let y'all know I'm not shitting on Penei Sewell necessarily. Penei Sewell is my third overall player on my top 50 board. It's Pitts, Slater, then Sewell. Y'all got to go to Patreon for the rest or just wait it out. So I think really highly of Penei Sewell, but he's not generational. Tristan Wirfs was just last year. Becton is more generational out of all the asses. Him being that big and being able to move in that way. You see what I'm saying? So then the Penei Sewell Pro Day happens, right? Which further lets me know how not so generational Penei Sewell is. When we talk about Penei Sewell versus Rashawn Slater, I've been on this I like Rashawn Slater train a little bit more than Sewell. Not that Sewell is terrible, because it sucks that you can't get on the internet and say that you like somebody more than somebody else and not have to tear the other player down. I just like Rashawn Slater that much more. And when I looked at Penei Sewell, I was like, hey man, Penei Sewell should probably play guard for me or something. I think Penei would be a really good guard. No disrespect. So when I said that, you know, the Oregon fans, the I Am Legend people, them little vampires, they started to come out the little woodworks and all that, and they was like, well, but Voch, Penei Sewell is a generational talent. He's you see how much bigger he is and stronger. You see how much better he moves than Rashawn Slater. That size. Okay, and neither one of these gentlemen played football last year, which kind of sticks us in this 2019 mode. People on the phone, please don't go nowhere. Lunatic, Nick Gashler, Tone Vaughn from Shreveport, just don't go nowhere. Let me just get this point out, and I'm gonna go right to you. The whole case for Pro Sewell was he's this generational type talent, so you gotta take him over Rashawn Slater. Well, my mind was Penei Sewell had technical things that he needs to work on, and everything that Penei Sewell needs to work on, Rashawn Slater's good at right now. So if I'm looking at Slater, I'm looking at the floor because of his technical prowess. If you were on the Sewell side, you was looking at his ceiling because of the physical with the potential to go higher, with the higher ceiling. How come these pro day numbers come out and Rashawn Slater was better at everything? I don't know. They both had damn near the same arm length. Rashawn Slater was faster. Oh, but Voch 40 time don't matter. Okay, cool. The 3-cone was better. He turned a little quicker. The on-field drills was better. They the same height. You just can't say Rashawn Slater is short. I mean, Slater's 6'4". You know what I mean? Like Slater's at good offensive tackle height or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So Sewell is 30 pounds bigger, sure. what's so generational talent about Penei Sewell at this point? Not saying that Penei Sewell is a piece of shit. He's my 3rd overall player on my board. You know what I'm saying? But we were sold this bill of goods that Penei Sewell was going to be some type of generational type athlete. And I think for his size, he's pretty impressive. Wouldn't call him generational, though. I say all these things very interestingly because I see Penei Sewell falling down people's board. Should Penei Sewell fall down people's board? Nope. I think if Rashawn Slater didn't exist, Penei Sewell would still be top whatever. He's top 3 on mine. So he'll be number 2 on mine if Rashawn Slater didn't exist. I just kind of want to further reiterate my point. I just kind of want to get back in and put my foot on the floor. I just kind of want to let everybody know this Rashawn Slater thing has gotten legs, and he's just kind of run away with this thing, I suppose. So now what I'm asking the people that were pro Sewell, and you can still like Sewell more than Slater, I don't care. What I asked the people that were pro Sewell, at this point, what is Sewell better than Slater is? What is Penei Sewell better than Slater at or than? In what situation? What category, right? Because we can't say competition. I mean, Rashawn was out there blocking the Michigan kids, the Penn State kids. Chase Young is on his record. You know what I mean? No disrespect to Penei Sewell and the Pac-12 guys that he ran into. Like Bradley and Nas cool. The Washington kids were fine. He ran into the Auburn kids. That's some good competition as well. I just think Rashawn was a little more effective on his. His technique was better. Now the athleticism ain't even close. So why would we even think that Rashawn Slater is going to fall to 10th overall if he's the better guy? I don't know. I would love to hear y'all's thoughts on this. Nick Gash was calling in. I would love to hear what Nick Gash was saying. I think I saw Tyler the Scout. I would love to hear what Tyler the Scout got to say because I know he has a very nuanced opinion on things like this. Let me know. Let's get into the phones. 515-606-5187. Access code 309-104. Let's hear what the lunatic got to say. Hermano, ¿qué pasó?
Voch, now it is going to be a great Saturday. Thank you very much for covering all the information with us. Congratulations. Felicidades on the new house. I just got to say, hey, what's wrong with having the Spanish kids yelling outside? They're probably my kids. What are you talking about?
This is my problem, right, lunatic? I understand Spanish. I can read it on paper. I can speak it if it's like really slow, like if it's a really slow conversation. These kids talk this Spanish so fast. I don't know if they cussing. I don't know if they saying something crazy about me. I just have no clue what they talking about out there, lunatic. And they don't go outside screaming until I'm trying to do a daggone video. So it's nothing against them personally, but shut y'all asses up while I'm trying to talk Cowboys and draft with my people.
Yeah, I'll try to tell them next time. I'll try to make sure not when Voch is on. You're inside.
Please. What else you got for the show, brother?
I got a question. All this trade down scenarios, and you were talking about offensive tackles. Tell me about Vera-Tucker, because at 15 he might be available, and now I'm starting to think about comparisons. JOK might be there, Horn. Well, why not Vera-Tucker? We're looking at Sewell and Slater. I'd love them at 10. Well, Vera-Tucker might be there at 15 if we trade down. Tell me more about him. What do you think?
Elijah Vera-Tucker, incredible player, first of all. Very technical, very interesting, very fluid with his movements. He's one of those Islander dudes, so he's just naturally powerful for no reason. He played guard last year. He played a lot of tackle this year, actually. And I mean, that tackle tape is just floating around somewhere. You got to sell your soul to go get it. I like Vera-Tucker a lot. But let me just run this by you, though, lunatic. Earlier when we was talking about, trading back or whatever, that was trading back from 4. And if we're trading back in a top 5 quarterback situation, that haul cannot be walked away from. Like if we sitting at 4th overall, somebody wants to give us the haul that San Francisco gave away to move up. We want to get 2 first rounders in the future, and then we trade a first, then we get a third. That's different. Us sitting at 10, I don't think the haul that we're going to get is going to be worth moving back from the caliber of player. You see what I'm saying? So I really like Vera-Tucker, but I think it'll be foolish to move away from one of the possible guys we could get at 10. That list of guys I have that could possibly be there at 10 is Sewell, Slater, J.C. Horn, Surtain, right? And Kyle Pitts, of course. I love those 5 players. If I move back from J.C. Horn to get to 15 and I end up with Asante Samuel or something, I like Asante Samuel. But damn, dog, I just left J.C. Horn. And all I get is an extra first-round pick that's probably going to be in the 20s next year. Now, I can pick a good player in the 20s, but I'm pro take that stud that we got at 10. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes you just get a little too cute. You know, like Cleveland traded away from Pat Mahomes for whatever reason. You know what I mean? And who else it was? Buffalo traded away from Pat. You see what I'm saying? Like, sometimes it's better to trade away depending on the haul, but sometimes it's better to just hang in there and pick your guy. At this point where I'm at, I think Kyle Pitts could be there. I think Slater could be there. I think Sewell could be there. I don't want to move away from any of those guys and end up with Vera-Tucker or Greg Newsome or Darisaw or whatever. You see what I'm saying?
That's what I've been telling everybody. It might just be stick and pick. Take the player you want at 10. Don't go with a bird in hand is worse than 2 in the bush. Just take it and get the player you want. Now, the other thing, shout out to J-Rod and Cowboys Blog for this statistic. We haven't had a highly ranked safety since 2002. What are the odds? We're saying we need a free safety. Most of the mocks we've seen, everything I've seen is around the second. Do you think the Cowboys are going to go against their nature and go after that highly ranked free safety?
This is my problem with that stat. How many highly ranked safeties have come out since 2002? Off the top of my head, I could probably name like 5 or 6 guys, but that's the nature of top tier safety. You don't get a whole bunch of really, really good free safeties. Like, you get a bunch of guys like KZ, you get Kevin BR, you get guys like that. But the Earl Thomas dudes don't really come around like that. Cowboy fans would love to say, oh, I wish we would have got Derwin James. Derwin been hurt more than Van Der Esch. You see what I'm saying? So it's just been a really weird situation in terms of getting free safety. I opened up my show talking about generational guys. It's been a whole generation since we had Earl Thomas kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully it's about time to get back into that kind of mode. I don't know. I don't consider guys like Jamal Adams to be generational. I just think he was taken kind of high. If you look at these safeties in this class, I really like Richie Grant. Is he generational? No. But that's good for us though, Lunatic, because he is what I would consider a top tier caliber safety product or whatever. So if we can get him in the second, cool. Morig, cool. I'm not a fan of Javon Holland. I hope he's gone prior to my team getting there. But fine, if you want to take him and plug him in there free, do your thing. He'll be better than what we got. So I think we'll be looking at safety this year. My only thing that keeps me up at night, Lunatic, is I think it's going to be a stud sitting at 44. I think it's going to be an incredible player that's going to stop us from taking safety at 44. And that's going to suck.
That is true. As you have said, teams can't draft. Prepare and be ready to be surprised. You never know, and have that alternate plan. I appreciate it, Voch. Thank you very much. Again, congratulations. You have earned everything you've got, and I'm just here for the ride. I enjoyed you, Skywalker, Cowboys Nation. Subscribe, support. They give you the facts. Can't wait for draft night. Thank you very much, Voch. And remember, puro pinche Cowboys.
Hey, appreciate you, man. Salute. Gonna run that war call. Great call, by the way. Lavish D in the chat box says Javon Holland is good. Where's the film? Let me tell y'all something, man. Before I get to the phone, Nick Gasher's next. Then we're gonna go Vaughn. Shit. Damn. Okay, we got some. Okay, damn. Let me save my point. Let me write down my point I was going to make. Let me write down my Holland film point because we got some hitters on the phone. Nick, hang tight, man. Nick, hang tight. Set it off, Chris. What's happening, brother?
What's up, man? How you doing, man? Yo, man, I went out. I love the new digs and everything you're doing. But man, I went out with my homeboy, and he said, man, let's go get something to eat, man. He said, I was like, where you want to go, bro? He said, IHOP. I said, man, fucking, I don't want no IHOP, man.
Wait a minute, Chris. Chris, let me tell you something, dog. Traveling, I have driven past many IHOPs. Every time I'm like, nope, can't do it. Can't do it.
Can't do it no more. Man, IHOP has been written totally off my daggone my menu ever since this, man. I love this show, man. Listen, bro, I asked you a question, and I know you deep in it. Make sure you put young Nick Gashel on there, man. Nick got Nick is going to be the next you, bro, without question. And he's got a draft guide that he put out that he pub-med, and I copped it because I'm about, just giving all the young cats out there, especially, like him, they props and giving their flowers. Amazing draft guide, man. Me and Brandon at Franklin Football, we checked it out, man. It is amazing. He has put in so much work. He is a stud. But, man, I need you to give me the guy that you're in love with. A couple of years ago, it was Malik McDowell. Remember a couple of years ago in the draft season, he was your guy.
Yes, sir.
You could put him in there. No one will ever be Miles Jack, ever, as a draft prospect.
Boy.
Ever.
I love Miles. I love Miles Jack. Okay, go ahead.
So my question, I asked you this on the Twitter machine. Who's your can't get away from guy this year? I just want to hear, man.
I got 3 guys, man. Kelvin Joseph, cornerback from Kentucky.
Boss man fact. Give me boss man fact.
Boss man fact. I don't even like cornerback. I love his film.
Right.
Richie Grant, UCF, safety. I don't even like safety. I watch his film. And goddamn Kyle Pitts, man. Motherfucking Kyle Pitts, man. I can't get away from Kyle Pitts. Boy, that boy fell. Look, I have watched all his games on repeat. I watched them all, sir. Boy.
So Voch, when you watch him, are you watching him as a prospect? Because I know you did. Or are you watching him in the vein of seeing him lined up with Ray Dakota, Lamb, Gallup, Cooper, Zeke, and seeing the mayhem and terror and nightmare is that how you look at him like that? Is that why you're so entrenched? Because I mean, at the end of the day, he is a 6'6" tight end. Are you looking at because the tight ends that are great because of the quarterbacks they're with? Is that why you're so intrigued with him?
Now, see, Chris, this is my thing, man. When I was only watching the tight end, I was like, yeah, man, he's a fantastic player. He's probably the best player in this draft. But he's a tight end. But I always talk about growth, though, Chris. I always talk about growth because there's plenty of people in my chat box say, "Yo, but Voch, you just didn't want Kyle Pitts a week ago. Why you love grow?"
They didn't say it like that. They said, "Well, Voch." That's how they said it.
But
right.
I just keep saying, man, the late great Black Phillip, man, have your opinion. Don't let it have you. I thought about that motherfucker in Dallas, boy. All this went away. Cause look. This one made me think about it. I was watching him versus Alabama, right? Nick Saban plays base defense and he runs a lot of nickel. They took some child off the sideline versus Florida. Some child, a cornerback off the sideline, and he made Nick Saban play dime. I'm like, that's incredible because you just can't put linebackers on him, right? So in my mind, I'm like, what if that was Dallas? What if that was Dallas? You know what I'm saying? Because Florida doesn't have the horses to properly take advantage of that. It's Florida, Copeland. I mean, it's Pitts. I mean, they got a dude named Copeland that's cool. They got a dude. They got a dude Tony. Tony's cool. Them dudes ain't Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, and Michael Gallup, and Ezekiel Elliott.
And be honest with you, they got trashed as a quarterback.
Sure.
So he ain't Dak Prescott. I understand what you're saying.
I thought about that dude in my particular situation in Dallas, and I said, bro, that's different. Because look, I said this on the radio yesterday, man. I said, look, Kyle Pitts in Cincinnati ain't like Kyle Pitts in Dallas. Totally different situations right there. Totally different situation right there. So that's what made me think super highly of Kyle Pitts. He's my number 1 player on my top 50 board right now.
Gotcha. Well, hey, man, loving the content, man. As usual, man, this draft season, you have gone above and beyond. You cannot ask me if I'm going to be listening to Thursday night because, let's be honest, man, I was there when they drafted CD Lamb. I was on the phone with you that night.
You was on the phone, absolutely, sir, 100%.
I was it was me and you, so you don't think I'm missing that. You got to be out of your mind, man. I'm going to get out the way, man. I'm going to just listen to everybody, man. Loving the show, man. Loving draft season as well, man. You have done above and beyond. You keep getting better as time, man. Love the show, man. Talk to y'all guys later.
Appreciate you, man. See you in 12 days.
Appreciate you, man.
Work
No
hard.
doubt.
Work hard. Now, see, I always get on to Nick Gashler. He never does what I tell him to do. I told Nick Gashler to hop on my Twitter machine and send me a link and let me know how I could buy the draft guide. Nick Gashler never hit me up. So Nick Gashler, can I buy a draft guide from you now, sir?
You can 100% buy a draft guide. In fact, I will DM you on Twitter right now and let you know.
Please, sir.
So we can get to that after the show, so I don't forget. But
I don't even want it free, sir. I don't even want it free because I want you to have some money to get McDonald's or donuts or whatever the hell 17-year-olds buy. Gas. but go ahead, Nick.
Yeah, gas. That's exactly what I'm using it for.
Go ahead.
But you've been a busy man this week with the move. Congratulations on the new house. Salute. It looks awesome. The setup looks awesome.
Salute, sir.
And 3-day draft show is going to be a awesome time, you know?
Mm.
So, yeah, you wanted my take on somebody calling Penei Sewell, getting mad at you for saying Penei Sewell's offensive tackle 2 over Rashawn Slater.
Sure.
This brought back a point that I brought up on Instagram last night with some guy who was saying that Rashawn Slater was not athletic. And I go, well, hello there. Let's go back to the Ohio State game in 2019 when he whooped up on Chase Young. And this isn't even about Chase Young.
Sure.
This is about like the first quarter. I think you had the play in your film session. I've got a Rashawn Slater film session coming out soon, and I most definitely have 2 of these plays in the film session of Rashawn Slater going from the left tackle position, meeting a linebacker. I think it was 39 for Ohio State.
Yeah.
Halfway across the field, getting hands on him, turning his hips, and keeping him out of the hole. And and he was moving. Like he wasn't like slow out of his stance and with his slow feet. He was moving. So if you want to sit here and tell me that Rashawn Slater is not athletic, you're wrong.
Sure.
It's simple as that.
Sure.
I mean, it's crazy.
Plus though too, Nick, something else on that before you move on to Kelvin Joseph. Like, Penei Sewell didn't play football last year, him and Slater. So the pro day numbers is all we got. Honestly, you know what I mean? So if we look at Sewell and we project him as otherworldly athleticism, then you show up to test and you're less athletic than Rashawn Slater. What does that say? What does it say?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
It's just paints that picture. But anyway, then I pull up. So I have this scouting account on Instagram, and if anybody in the chat has not followed that yet, that's at GDN_scouting. I encourage you all to follow that after the show. But I came out with my cornerback rankings yesterday, and I had Kelvin Joseph at 2 because he's the second best corner in this draft, and I legitimately believe that because when I was watching Patrick Surtain, when he didn't get hands on dudes, he was panicking and he was scared. Yep. When Kelvin Joseph doesn't get hands on dudes, he's fine. I'm talking in press man coverage. When Kelvin Joseph doesn't put hands on dudes, he's fine. Sure. He can figure it out, and he watches the receiver's hips and knows how to read those routes without using his hands.
Sure.
And I don't necessarily consider it a weakness for Surtain, but the fact that he gets so uncomfortable in those situations puts Kelvin Joseph above him for me because they're both excellent zone coverage corners. I think Kelvin Joseph is better in both aspects. And then somebody had the audacity to go, Nick, Kelvin Joseph has only played 25 press man coverage snaps. I go, well, it doesn't matter how many press man coverage snaps he played. He played all of them at an elite level. So
he played them shits good. He played them shits good. Look, Nick, guys, I was talking to somebody on Twitter or whatever, and I was talking about, hey man, look, Sewell and Slater beat the Michigan kids, beat the Michigan State kids, the Minnesota kid, and he whooped Chase Young. Somebody was like, yeah, but he only went up against Chase Young for like 12 snaps. Can you really count? I'm like, yes, that is still
because all 12 of those snaps he kicked the shit out of Chase
that's
Young.
Still Chase Young for 12 snaps, player. I don't. That's what. Because look, if you watching wide receiver, they don't get targets every single play. You just evaluate what you can get when you get it from. Same with safety. Trying to hear that.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
It's stupid. It's people's draft logic because the media's not hyping Kelvin Joseph up. But I'll tell you, Kelvin Joseph is going to go in the first round. And when it's a surprise to everybody, it's not going to be a surprise to me or you. That's all I'm going to say on that.
There you go. What else you got, sir?
You had a title, a topic that you were talking about these linebackers. I just wanted to get your perspective, and then one more thing about Christian Barmore after this. But who do you think is going to be the first linebacker off the board?
I think because teams are bad at this, I think somebody's going to take Parsons first. But do you feel great about Parsons being the first guy off the board?
I do not, but I feel tremendous about Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah being the first linebacker off the board.
I love JOK. I love.
And if it's in the top 10,
Go ahead.
If it's in the top 10, then my Denver Broncos, I would be cheering because that would be an excellent pick for the Denver Broncos. I don't think it's going to happen because Trey Lance could be on the board there, and I'd be equally as fine with that. But JOK should be that first guy off the board. He shows that the instinct. So like, I had a linebacker ranking video come out I think a week ago or so. If you haven't checked that out for the audience, make sure to go Dazzler's Draft Network, the usual. It's up there. But I made a point when we were talking about Micah Parsons versus JOK about athleticism and linebacker traits. Micah Parsons has a ton of athleticism, but Micah Parsons does not have those linebacker traits. He isn't instinctual the way Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah is.
Sure.
He doesn't understand the pursuit angles and being able to find the ball the same way Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah can. And that is exactly what – and Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah is also more athletic than Micah Parsons. So I don't think it should be that big of a conversation.
Sure. 100%.
Yeah.
100%, Mr. Wolf.
That's that. But I think Parsons will end up coming off first just because teams don't draft well.
Yeah, fair enough. I got a lot of callers, Nick Gasher. Now this is the problem, Nick. You sent me this DM on Twitter. You said the draft guide is $10. I take Venmo, Cashapp, and PayPal. This is where you bad at business, Nick Gash, because you didn't put your Venmo, your Cashapp, or your PayPal in the daggone. How we gonna support you, Nick Gash?
I'll do it right now. It's more of a placeholder so we can get to this conversation later.
Nick Gasher, this is what you need to do. Let me help you out. Let old Voch help you out, sir. You need to go to this chat box, not my DMs, because I'm looking at the chat box.
Right.
The people that's going to buy your book, it's 200 and some people watching live right now. You go to the chat box and you say Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, $10 to this thingamajig. Voch is going to see it.
Right.
Voch is going to pin it. And you tell people when they send that Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal, leave a note saying who you are or what your email is so that you can email the people.
So I can get the ball. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
All right. Yeah.
Come on, brother.
The marketing
Nick
is
Gash.
impeccable from Voch Lombardi.
Please, Nick. Please, Nick Gash. What's wrong with your generation, man? I remember when I was in middle school, I was selling Pops, Jolly Rancher Suckers, Tater Chips, and bootleg CDs. You mean to tell me in this era, I gotta help you? Come on, Nick Gash. Plug your YouTube one more time and get up out of here. Hit that chat box and put it all in one message, Nick. One big message so I can pin it to the top.
I'm working on it. First off, Instagram at GDN Scouting. Make sure to go follow that. We have scouting reports, rankings, and mock drafts coming out every single day. So make sure to go check that out. The YouTube channel is it's just Gashler's Draft Network.
Boy, you stinking this up, Nick. Boy, you stinking this up.
I'm multitasking here. I'm not best at this, but
then do one thing at a time, Nick. Damn, do one thing at a time. Gashler's Draft Network. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Right. We have videos coming out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday this whole week, and then we're going to get into draft week and keep posting there. Mock Draft 4.0 just came out. Cornerback rankings just came out. A video on Patrick Surtain came out.
I didn't ask you to plug all this, Nick. Shit, I asked you to plug all this. Put the link in the chat box.
I'll get this whole thing out here.
Please, thank you.
But yes.
All right, Nick. All right, peace, man. Shit.
Peace out, bud.
Nick said, "Man, so my birthday in July and shit." Y'all get. Nick was hitting me with all kinds of shit. I graduate in May. Boy, I tell you what, man. You can ask my mother. I learned how to hustle a long time ago, boy. I was younger than Nick. Anyway, let's see who on the phone. Let's go, Uncle Charlie. What's up, Unc?
What's up, man? Can you hear me real good?
I can hear you really, really well, Unc. What's good with you?
Man, let me tell you something, man. I've been watching your draft shows, and I have been sick for a little while. But because of D, Lunatic, and Jessica, and all my Cowboy brothers and sisters, I'm back on my feet. Man, I just want to tell you, I'm proud of you, bro. I love you. And every time you make a left or a right turn, God is blessing you every time you make those turns. And no, it ain't been easy. You don't go through the lumps and bumps. But you are where you need to be, and you're going to go straight to the top. I told you, you will keep on going until you bust the sky wide open. And we love you as Cowboy brothers and sisters. We love you, and we're praying for you to even get better. And I just want to get that out the way. And I want to get to my comment.
Okay.
I want to get to my comment.
Appreciate
I want to ask you something, nephew. Do we cut off our nose to spite our face and get picks at number 10 or even Slater? Or do we trade down if we're going to get an offensive player, trade down to get a better offensive player? Well, now, if we do that, what is the problem? What problem did we have last year? Because we scored points, but we couldn't stop nobody. I want to get your expert opinion. Do you think we need to get a defensive player at number 10, or do we need to trade down and get a defensive player? I just want to get your answer on that.
Well, how I look at it is you can't afford for your first round pick to be need dependent because it's not a this year conversation. That's a 5-year conversation that you're having with yourself. I kind of like what the Cowboys are doing, how they separate free agency from draft. They don't overreact in draft world, because if we need a safety for this year, that's what signing KZ for 1 year does. If we need a linebacker safety hybrid dude, that's what signing Neal for 1 year does, right? So if it's a 1 year contract type of deal, we need a one tech for 1 year. That's what signing Brent Urban does. You see what I'm saying? Drafting is a 5-year conversation. When we drafted Van Der Esch, yes, we needed linebacker, but he's been a linebacker for us for 5 years. Tyron Smith has been on this team for a decade almost. Zach Martin has been on this team, you know what I'm saying, for almost a decade almost. So these are longer than what we need this year conversations on. So if you need a corner, you could draft Janoris Jenkins. Janoris Jenkins would be a good cornerback for you. But if you have an opportunity to get Rob Gronkowski, a Hall of Fame level type tight end, I'm not saying that Kyle Pitts is that. I'm just projecting or whatever, right? You don't pass up Randy Moss to get Greg Ellis. You see what I'm saying? You don't want to make those rash decisions that's gonna make you okay this year but mess over you in the long run. So now you got to play against Kyle Pitts for the next 10 or so years. So yes, the Cowboys need defense this year. They even need defense next year. But you just don't want to pass up a player like Kyle Pitts because Kyle Pitts is simply incredible. Now let me add this to it though. I'm not one of these guys that think we have a crisis at tight end. I don't think that we have a crisis at offensive line. I see a lot of people say, "Oh, well, let's get Slater or Sewell." If those guys at offensive line are gone, that don't mean I have to draft offensive line in the 3rd round just because I didn't get one in the 1st. It's just that we couldn't pass up on that caliber talent. You see what I'm saying? So I'm only taking cornerback at 10th overall if that's the best player that's there. Now, this is where the Cowboys have the advantage, and I wish more anti-Kyle Pitts people would understand this. The Cowboys were bad at safety and one tech last year. Just how draft works, you can get the best safety in the second round because safeties fall. You can get the best one tech in the second round. You can get like the second or third best one tech in the third round because that's just what happens with one techs, right? Some positions fall quicker than others. We don't need quarterbacks, so quarterback gonna go 1, 2, 3, right? If we needed running backs typically go in the second round. You see what I'm saying? So just get the best player with your first pick, and then you can need it up with picks which is second through 10th pick. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Well, you know what? We're gonna go with that analysis, and like I said, because I know you got clock game. I'm gonna say this to D, Lunatic, and Jessica. I thank them for their prayer because I had surgery and I'm just getting back on my feet, man. I gotta lose some weight. I gotta come down from 243 to 220. So I gotta lose a lot of weight to feel better. But thank my Cowboy brothers and sisters, man. I love them so much, including all my brothers and sisters. But I'm just going to say this in closing, Voch. I'm going to be there at the draft with you. And we're going to sit down like family. And we're going to have, man, we had a great time last year. I can't stop talking. My wife don't even want to hear me talking about it no more. But I told her it's the greatest thing ever happened. It's like having my first child. That draft was amazing. And I'm going to say this in closing. Right. We're going to sit down like family, like Uncle Senior at Christmas dinner. And my brother showed up with his cat, King. And King is not a regular cat. He was a human being. And anytime a cat can feed himself for 2 weeks, put on his own clothes, and let himself out the door for exercise, that is not a cat. That's a human being. But yet still, I'm sitting at the table, digging into my ham, my yams, and my chitlins. And who do I look over sitting at the table with me? King. And he was scratching himself. I couldn't take it no more, Voch. I'm mutually exclusive. I'm lactose intolerant. So I called out to the end of the table and my brother. I said, brother. He said, man, what's wrong, man? I said, man, the cat, man. He said, well, what's wrong with the cat? I said, man, he been scratching his ass for 10 minutes. I submit to you, he only have for 2 minutes ass back there. Now, either he going to scratch what's going to stay or he going to scratch what's going away. But can you get him off the table today? I love you, brother. And I love you too, Voch, and that's my call.
Yo, Unc, I appreciate you, man. Hey, listen, I'm so glad that you feel better, and we gonna keep praying for you, Unc. We gonna keep doing this so you feel even more better, and you're gonna drop that 20, and we gonna keep on, you know what I'm saying, getting more healthy so we can be here for a long time. You know what I'm talking about? Appreciate you, Unc.
Love you, nephew.
Yes, sir. Likewise, 100%, man. 100%.
Yes, sir.
Love Uncle Charlie, man. This man is a pillar of this thing. Let me just one time for just. Shouts out to Uncle Charlie. Who else we got on the phone, man? We got brother Vaughn from Shreveport. He ain't calling in a minute, but we gonna check in on him. What's up, Vaughn?
Finally, Bud has called in to the Voch Lombardi.
Talk to him, Vaughn. Talk to him.
The best personality on YouTube. The best draft show on YouTube. Period.
Talk. Yo, but listen, Vaughn, watch this. I love how detailed you are with that. Like personality and draft guy, I'll take that. As a channel, Skywalker about to take this over. But I can keep personality and draft guy. You know what I'm saying? I can keep a handful of things. You know what I mean?
Hey, Sky doing his thing, man. He the man.
I'm proud of him, man. I'm proud of him.
He the best shade man on YouTube, man. I tell him that all the time.
100%. Man, look. Scott was like, yeah, man, so I'm doing this. I'm just gonna, you know what I'm saying, put together something real fast, something real quick. I'm thinking, okay, cool. He put it together real quick, and it was the greatest thing I've ever seen. Something it took me hours to do. Something that took him real quick. So I'm glad to have him as a part of the community, man. Bears fans would never have this. Browns fans, Bengals fans, Chargers fans would never have. Cowboy fans are spoiled with the YouTube presence that we have, man. So shouts out.
Yes, sir. Look here, man.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I mean, Sky doing this thing, man. You my 1A, Sky 1B. I'm gonna tell you why.
I'll take that.
When I've been listening to you now for about a year, almost exactly a year. I didn't listen to YouTube before. I've been listening to what's that cat name? It'd be Jobo, Mark Holmes.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I was in Mark Holmes' chat one night, man, and I was telling him about CeeDee Lamb. I said, Cowboys gonna pick CeeDee Lamb. Mark Holmes told me, he said, Vaughn from Shreveport, you crazy. You sound like my buddy Voch. So when he said that, I'm like, what is this, Voch Lombardi? I said, what is this? So, you know, I looked you up, man, and when I heard you say talk about CeeDee Lamb falling, man. I was like, oh no, this is my guy right here. Start tuning in, man. I was like, oh yeah, this is my guy right here. Then he talk X's and O's at the same time.
Yes, sir.
I was like, oh man.
Yes, sir.
I said, no. I said, this is my guy, man. I tell you what, man, with CeeDee Lamb, we made that pick, man. Hey, that was it.
It was a party, wasn't it? Wasn't it a party, Vaughn?
Yes, sir.
Jeez.
Yes, sir.
Come
yes,
on,
sir. Man, I almost jumped in my pun, man. People thought I was going crazy. I left out the house. I was screaming and hollering, came back in. You was on the phone, was screaming and hollering.
We're going to do it again this year, too. Who you want this year? You want Pitts this year?
Yeah. Oh, you already know who I want.
Pitts to 10.
Hey, I'm telling you what, I'm driving down to Baton Rouge with 3 of my buddies, man. We're gonna meet up. We're gonna link up with 2 more of my guys down there in Baton Rouge, and we going down to listen to the Voch Lombardi Draft Show.
Wow,
best show on YouTube. Period.
Wow.
So he got a nice little setup down there, man, and we're gonna go down there. We're gonna check this thing out. Hey, but let me ask you this.
Yes, sir.
Hey, what do you think about Jeremy Sprinkle? It doesn't matter what you think about Jeremy.
Wait a minute. You got good one.
hey, we don't want no IHOP cook. We don't eat at no IHOP.
I don't even know if you hold on. I don't even know if you really want to know about Jeremy Sprinkle or not.
They don't know about no Jeremy Sprinkle. Hey, it's here. They clap. Hey, check it out. Hey, man, when you were talking about that generational shock, I'm going to let you go, man. I know you got on the call.
Yeah.
But, man, what people don't realize about Kyle Pitts is that this kid is generational, man. And the reason why he's generational, because anytime you got one person that can make you change the way you play defense.
Yes.
Bro.
Yes.
And then, you know, and I look at it, man, Nick Saban is like a defensive guru. You know what I'm saying? He's like the Bill Belichick over there in college football when it comes to defense. Anytime you make Nick Saban change the way you play defense, bro, hey, Darren Waller ain't doing that. Darren Waller ain't, Travis Kelce ain't doing that. You know? What's the other cat name is? Kittle. He ain't doing that. They're not changing the way people play defense, man. And this is what's so special about this kid, man. This kid is, man, if that can translate to the NFL on our team with Rain Dakota Prescott,
sure,
bro, we going to pick that 10. I'm calling. We going to pick that 10, and they can use all the rest of the picks on Waterboy, defense, whatever. We good.
100%.
Lights out, because let me tell you something. At the end of the game, we get ready to close the game out, man. Imagine that 12 personnel, man. You got Zeke, you got Dak, you got Zeke, you got Coop, you got Lamb, you got Gallup,
Pitts.
you got Pitt, and then you got Jarwin, that double tight end to close the game out, bro. Who gonna stop? That's all I got to say.
Appreciate you, sir. Vaughn from Shreveport. I ain't even gonna ask if you gonna come through because it'll be disrespectful to even assume that you wouldn't, sir. So I see you for the draft party, dog.
Oh,
man.
Yes, sir. We'll be there.
Vaughn from Shreveport, man. Great call. He does not eat IHOP, ladies and gentlemen. He does not eat IHOP. Man, appreciate you, man. These kind of words just blowing me away, man. I appreciate all y'all support. Appreciate all y'all being here, man. Let me just... You know what I'm saying? All that good stuff. Shouts out to Cash Kai. I hope Cash Kai come through for the draft party. That'll be fun of him. Let's minimize that. Let's get Jess on the phone and see what Jess talking about. Jess up next. Let's see. Shaq, the Vikings fan, on deck. Ant from Texas in the hole. Then we'll go Antonio, then Justice. What's up, Jess?
Hey, Val.
Why you got to talk to me like that, Jess? Why you got to smile at the phone when you answer the phone like that? Why you got to do all that? Why you got to do all that, Miss Parker? Golly. How you doing?
What's up, Val? I'm fine.
I'm chilling. What you doing?
Nothing. Getting ready to go to choir rehearsal.
Okay. What you got for the show? Why you getting ready for choir rehearsal?
Well, no, I name calling because I don't know what these guys got going on in this chat here.
Right. What's wrong
But
with it?
y'all better back up off our quarterback, bro.
Right.
That man is a fighter. So y'all need to get up off that. And this screenshot, this picture, this man showed a picture of himself, and somebody done took the picture and then disfigured it and made one of his legs look like it's bigger than the other.
Right.
And that didn't upload no picture like that. And y'all stupid to think there's something wrong with that man's leg.
Right.
That boy leg is fine.
Right.
And with all of this talking about we ain't getting piss going here. Look, whoever we get, let's just go to work.
Right.
That's all I'm asking for.
Right.
Let them come in and go to work with the other team members we got.
Right.
Y'all act like this team is sorry. Our team is not sorry. First of all, you got to have a good coach to know how to utilize who we got because this the same defense that was top defense before we had this 8-8 and went down when Dak went down last year.
Right.
So y'all need to get up off of this stupid talk, bro, and stop all this negative talk and be positive. Think positive. Is your life that miserable that you got to think negative of everything?
All the time.
Even of your football team?
All the time. All the time.
Every time somebody go live, y'all got nothing but negative talk,
Nothing
bro.
to do. Nothing better to
Get off this chat with all this negative.
Right.
The Bible said think those things as though they were. So think positive. And stop being negative. And if you're going through, just trust God. He's going to bring you out. He done gave you stimulus. How many times this for? 3 times?
What he gave him?
Took that money and used it wisely.
What he gave him?
Come here with all this negativity.
Right.
That's all I got to say. And Voch, I thank you for being who you are. Don't change. Keep going on.
Right.
Remain the same. You know, they say remain the same, but when God is growing you, you can't be the same. You're going over and over and up and up and up and up. So keep growing.
Right.
Keep going the way God wants you to go.
Right.
Stay on his path. Don't go your way. Don't go over here. And just because it seems like it's going through, y'all got to realize we got to go through to get through.
Right.
You got to go through for growth. And just remember, it's always positive in the negative because you're going to come out. Because trust me, if God brings us to it, He's going to bring us through it.
Do it. Wait a minute. Go ahead.
I know you got to call us.
Okay, well, hey, Jess, thank you so much for calling in and encouraging us and keeping us positive. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much, Jess. I so appreciate it.
You are.
Just say, hi, Vaj. You gotta get to it to get through it. You know what I'm saying? 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, let me tell you something, man. When they start to get in there like that, and the words start, they don't say God, they say God says. You know what I mean? They don't say God, but they say God said. They going in there. they going in there. Who I said? Shaq, then Antonio, then Justice, then King. Let me just put y'all on, because somebody called me real early. I just don't have them platinum. This is a non-platinum number. They called a long time ago. Let me just get them in because they've been on hold. Let's go 682. Who this?
This is Anthony. Anthony from the Navy.
What's up, Anthony from the Navy? Hey, appreciate you, Anthony, for the Navy. Hey, listen. I appreciate everything that you do for this country. I like to get on the internet and talk shit and not get stoned. I like to shoot guns and not get apprehended. I like my freedoms, you dig? So shouts out to you, my guy. Go ahead, though. What you got for the show, Ant from the Navy?
Heard you talk about the generational talent.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're sleeping on one of the generational talents we got in this draft, and that's Trevor Lawrence. I just think as a quarterback, like, we really haven't had many generational talents come through. We had Andrew Luck, the last one. Well, no, Andrew Luck, Cam Newton, and Lamar Jackson. And I just think Trevor Lawrence is just one of those guys. I just feel like what can he do? He's been showing it for 3 years.
Sure.
Played against all the talent. He can run shit. What was that? Excuse my language on YouTube, but what was that? Two years ago in the college football playoffs when he outran everybody on the Ohio State team. You know, like, Like, why I don't see why you don't see him as a generational talent.
I don't see him as a generational guy. One, because I like guys in his class a little more than him. Also, Pat Mahomes wasn't that far ago. Like, if it was a whole generation between him and Pat Mahomes and like Lamar Jackson and them, then maybe he'll be generational to me. But I just don't see him as that kind of talent. Now, can he be like a super great quarterback? He can be really good as a quarterback, but like arm talent wise, like athleticism, we've seen some guys on par and better than him.
I mean, but at this point, I feel like his processing, the way he stands in the pocket, he throws, his placement at this point in time is superb. I think his processing looks really good because Clemson only asked him to read half the field. Not saying there's going to be like that in the league or whatever. I think Trevor's going to be really good. I just think that Zach and Justin are also going to be really good. Maybe a little better than him. I do. I don't think better. I think Trevor Lawrence is like that. But that's just my opinion. Seeing the other thing, first linebacker going to be taken, it's going to be Parsons, only because he's that super speedy sideline guy that fucking excuse my language. Yeah. I'm in the Navy. I'm a sailor, so I cuss out. I'm sorry.
I got you.
The NFL teams, just like you say, they can't draft, but the fact that you can't coach speed, they love that in linebackers.
Yeah.
So he's gonna be first.
Okay.
He definitely gonna be the first linebacker taken.
Do you like him first? Like, is he the best linebacker in this draft class to you?
No, not at all.
Okay, cool.
Nowhere.
Okay, who you like?
Definitely JLK from Notre Dame.
Yeah, okay. I'll take that 100%. I dig that. What else you got?
I mean, I just got back from month-long underway. So I'm like, man, binging, like watching all your videos. I've been watching you for a long time.
Really?
But I think 2016 is when I started watching you.
Well, shit, that's when I started.
I know how much you love. I know how much you love Miles Jack. So I've been watching you for a pretty long time. This is my first time calling.
Okay.
But congrats on the new house.
Okay. Ant from the Navy.
Keep doing what you do, man.
Appreciate you, man. Tune into the draft show. We're gonna be doing live coverage all 3 days. I'll see you then, sir. Appreciate you.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Trevor Lawrence good. He ain't generational. Did Nick Gashler ever come through and drop that damn link in here? did Nick ever drop that link in there? Let me see. Chat box, y'all let me know if Nick Gashler ever dropped that, because I don't see it. I didn't see it. See Nick ain't trying to make no money for real. Nick Gashler, if you're listening, drop the goddamn link. I dropped the message so I can pin it to the top so that people can see, so that we can get you some sales on your books, all right? Or your virtual draft guide or whatnot. Let me see if and did he ever hit me back? See, and that's Nick problem, man. Nick don't never hit me up, man. He never he never does what I asked him to do. See, he hard headed. He used to listen to Nick. Should have been YouTubing when he was 15 years old. When he was calling my show and he was like 15 years old, Nick should have went real hard at YouTube. He ain't had no job, no responsibility. He just had school and like football or whatever. Man, I'd have been a 15-year-old YouTube phenom being pushed by Voch Lombardi. Nick would have been making money in middle school as it was high school. As a freshman, though, Nick would have been making freshman money.
Conference has been locked.
Dealing with Voch, but hey, man, he'll get right. He's 17 now. He has an opportunity. So if Nick ever drops the goddamn information, we'll get it done. Who I say next? We got Shaq, then Ant, then Antonio, Justice, then King. Then we're gonna go to the chat box. Brother Shaq, what's happening?
What's going on, Voch? Congrats on the new location.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your contributions and my super chats and all that, sir. You a real one.
You know, I've been hearing a lot about Kyle Pitts now heading to Dallas.
Sure.
And I know you was originally on the Sewell and Slater train.
Indeed.
But if both of them was on the board, I'm guessing you're going Kyle Pitts.
Kyle Pitts is number 1 on my board. Slater's number 2. Got to go the best. Got to go with the best. This is my thing though, too, though, Shaq. And let me just kind of like clear this up because people think that I'm all in. I'm never all in on anything. I wasn't all in on CD last year. We just kind of talked about it and it just ended up happening. I don't think you can afford to be all in with players in this draft because you don't know who's gonna be there. Somebody asked me, boy, Voch, I can't wait to see your face. You're gonna be so upset when y'all don't get Kyle Pitts. And I'm like, not really, because if we don't get Pitts, then we'll get Slater or we'll get Sewell or we'll, you know what I mean? Like, I feel good about whoever it is. Right. Those are damn good options. You know what I mean? It's just that my 1 seed is Pitts. But if I can't get Pitts and I get Slater, I'm doing backflips still.
Okay, and I wanted to ask, sticking to offensive line, Slater, Andrew Thomas, Jedrick Wills, Tristan Wirfs, and Penny Sewell. Who would be your top 3 out of those 5 choices?
Man, what's this? What is this long ass quiz question? Say that again.
Jedrick Wills
from
Alabama last year.
So the first round kids last year and the first round kids this year?
Basically, I only named the top because after Tristan Wirfs, everybody else is just a pick, basically.
This is a hard exercise, but I disagree with you. I think Tristan Wirfs had a really good year, and I know PFF came out with their little grades or whatever, and their grades are cute. I don't look at PFF grades no way. I still like Wills and Becton, honestly, and go ahead.
I was about to say, would you prefer Wills and Becton over
Wirfs?
Sewell and Slater?
So if I had Shaq, you say Wills, Becton, Wirfs, and this whole thing comes down to me not letting people think for me. I don't want to let nobody ever, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care what PFF comes out and say about Wirfs. I like Wirfs.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
Have y'all seen Becton? Shit, like Wirfs won in Super Bowl. Shouts out to him. But shit. So Sewell, this is the thing about it though, Shaq. If Sewell was at guard, like if you just told me Sewell was a guard, Sewell would be higher than most of the cats on this list. But as a tackle, as a straight up tackle, Sewell might be at the bottom. So it might be like Wills, Becton, Slater, Wirfs, Sewell, Thomas, maybe something like that. I don't know. That's a weird exercise, but that's the best I can give you on the fly. I don't know.
No, that's cool. That's cool because I like to. Since Vikings don't like drafting good offensive linemen, I'm always finding myself scouting the top tackles and guards each year, praying and hoping that one day we could block longer than 5 seconds.
That's all you need.
Because we don't have a mobile quarterback, so if your quarterback can't get out the pocket, the play's over.
Yeah, fair enough. I feel you on that. Now, okay, but does that mean that the Vikings are going offensive line this year? Like, I mean, I've been seeing y'all linked to pass rusher, receiving, corners and shit. Like, are y'all going offensive line?
I feel like the only way we go outside the trenches, meaning offensive line, defensive line, is if there has to be like a top 5 player in this draft that they feel confident that they won't ever be able to draft again.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, they have no choice but to go offensive line and defensive line, being that last year we was near the bottom for both.
Sure, 100%. Man, drop the message in the chat. This is me talking to young Nick Gashler, trying to get him to to make his little money in the chat box, whatever. But I mean, but it's plenty of offensive linemen this year for y'all to choose from. So y'all picking like 14 or something. The Vikings picking 14.
Yeah,
man. Like
they have us linked to Vera-Tucker.
Vera-Tucker's cool. Vera-Tucker is he's my 6th guy. He's my 6th offensive lineman. I think he's my 6th. So do y'all need interior or like tackle help? I don't watch the Vikings very much.
Honestly, now I help with that. Honestly, now since we let go our left tackle, who had one good year out of the last 4 years, and Vikings fans were sad because we let him go, but it is what it is. So now we need a tackle, a left tackle, and a left guard.
Get Tevin Jenkins. Honestly, shit. Tevin Jenkins from Oklahoma State.
About starting tackle or guard?
Tackle, both, either. Pick. That motherfucker play anything. Shit. Play that motherfucker where you want to play him at.
And I feel like our offensive line coach, he's probably the worst in the NFL. Like, he has not developed anybody. Like, I feel like we're getting these kids straight out of college, and they block them like they still in college.
So it don't matter who the hell y'all drafting. You definitely shit. Y'all might as well shit. So you might as well draft corner. Hell, if you gonna get Rashawn Slater and he's still gonna be bad when he get there, shit, it don't matter. Get whoever. It's gonna be the same thing.
I just want the most pro ready. The most pro ready who's ready to step in, with a little bit of coaching, he's good to go.
The most pro ready guy would be Rashawn Slater. Hell, man, like Darisaw is really good. He's just lazy. I love Christian Darisaw. He's just that mother like he just rather be sleep. He has the physical tools to be better than everybody else. But the problem is when you watch him, you go, man, he's impressive. But when you watch Tevin Jenkins and Tevin Jenkins just want to snap everybody in half, he just want to beat the shit out of people. And you watching Tevin Jenkins block Joseph Osai into the water, into the damn student section. Like, you look back at Darisaw and go, Darisaw lazy, he's soft. Honestly. So
he kind of like back in the day, Brian McKinney, the old tackle from Minnesota.
Why the hell I gotta go way back to 2005 to get your analogy? I don't shit. All right, man. I'll holler at you, man. This was a good call, Shaq.
All right, take care.
Hell no, Shaq was like, hey man, remember like in '98 we had this backup right tackle on my team? No, I do not, sir. I do not remember the backup right tackle on your team. Shit. Let me hurry up and get this going. We got UFC in about 55 minutes, and y'all, I don't want to miss my fights, man. So we're gonna get these two callers, then we're gonna check in with the chat box, and I'm going to enjoy my new office. I appreciate y'all. Let me work hard that thing one time because they are chanting the office's name. We're gonna go Antonio, then we're gonna end up with King the Ravens fan. Let's boogie. Tone, what's happening, man?
What's up, Voch?
Cool. What you got for the show?
I just want to say congratulations on your move.
Appreciate
I haven't really been paying attention to you much this year. I've been kind of busy with my Army stuff.
Understood.
So I haven't really been on YouTube like that. I was like, why should he put out content like that right now? Okay, found out just you was moving.
Mm-hmm.
I've been watching since I think 2018 draft probably.
Right.
About the time.
Right.
Whenever Jared Davis came out. I actually want to get into this the Penei Sewell conversation.
Sure.
Here's what I don't get. The same people who would tell you, oh, well, Slater should play guard because his arm length. Those be the same people who go like,
shit.
Well, Sewell, he'll figure it out.
Let him know. Talk to him, Tom.
I'm like, wait, so you going to put a guy, Slater already figured it out.
Yeah.
Slater don't got to figure it out. So you want to put the guy who's got to figure it out, who got the worst technique, put him at tackle, but put Slater at guard. I just don't get it.
Yo, Tom, sound like you at the goddamn casino, man. Where you at?
Oh, sorry, that's my little cousin tab. Let me turn this off.
Sound like you playing slots over there, man. First and foremost, to answer your question. Before I answer your question, though, sir, I appreciate what you do for this country, man. I love to get on the internet and talk shit. I like the fact that I don't have to be stoned in some courtyard for my opinion. I can say what I want. I love to shoot guns. If anybody want to come to my crib, I get to shoot the shit out of them and not have to worry about the repercussions, sir. I appreciate all of my freedoms. Thank you so much for contributing to that. Appreciate you, sir. To answer your question, isn't it interesting who they choose should be guard and who should be tackle You know what I mean? Like the dude that's smoking the hell out of Chase Young got to be a guard. The dude that's having problems with Bradley and I that can't use his hands is just a blasphemy that he plays inside. And they both have similar measurables. They both measure physically very similar. So I don't understand. Like people say Leatherwood should be a guard. Tevin Jenkins should be a guard. I don't see it. I don't see it. Let them dudes play tackle. Move on with their life. And but then don't get so bent out of shape when I say Sewell should be a guard. Sewell should probably start off as a guard because he doesn't have tackle feet just yet. But what he does have is he has this mauling strength. He has this whoop ass in a phone booth strength. Let that dude use that when he first get to the league. Shit.
I just don't get it. I've been trying to figure it out, especially since we found out that they got pretty much the same arm length. I'm like, I just don't get it. I also want to kind of get into the generational talent conversation. It seems like every year somebody's a new generation talent. It's every single year, right? I remember, like you said, they was calling Chase Young a generational talent. They was calling Myles Garrett a generational talent. Heard people call Von Miller a generational talent. Heard people call Khalil Mack. I even heard some people call Bradley Chubb a generational talent.
Right.
Like, in 10 years, that's like 6 guys.
Right.
Like, how many generations we got?
Sure.
I think people just get caught up in
really good players. Really good players. And what that says is it's rare to get a generational pass rusher. Honestly, I mean, that's just what it means to me. It's just really rare to get somebody to generate. Because in my mind, if you really want to nitpick it, the Bosa kids aren't very generational. They just got high level technique. Chase has generational build, but he doesn't have the technique or whatever, but he's more athletic than them. Like, you really got to like split hairs to find differences between those guys. But just if we talk about elite pass rushers, they all came out within a year of each other. It's like a new one come out every year that they call generational. So I
don't get it. Also, I've been following you on Twitter, and you've been getting me into the Pitts conversation. I'm a Lions fan, so out of everybody, we kind of want tight end the least out of everybody. And somehow you taught me into him, man. I don't know how you did it, because a few months ago, somebody was like, should the Lions take him? I was like, nope. I didn't even give it a second thought. And all this time, he was like, well, he been whooping outside corners, and Pitts is doing this and that. And he run this fast, and his arms are this long. I'm like, man. It really made me thinking, like, man, because one thing, I actually saw something on PFF. Now, I don't really give no credit to PFF. I don't. They was talking about Travis Kelce. It was like, oh, Travis Kelce is this and this valuable. And it made me ask myself, like, how valuable can Pitts be? I was like, Pitts could be probably valuable. If not as every receiver in the NFL, maybe more than every receiver in the NFL. Let's say, because you can't even classify Pitts as a tight end. He's just an offensive weapon. He don't fit in no category. And then I found out, and I asked some people, I was like, well, I was asking Lions fans, I was like, why do y'all not want Pitts? And I was only 3 answers. 1, he's a tight end. 2, we need defense. And 3, it was pretty much, we don't need a tight end, we need defense. And I was like, so you're talking yourself into a worse player because he fits your need. So you're willing to take a worse prospect because of need. That's how you end up with guys you don't like a few years later.
But this is my thing, though, Tom. Y'all took T.J. Hockenson 2 years ago so that Pitts could fall to us at 10. So just take your lumps, man. Take your lumps against Surtain or something. Move on with your life. Cry me a river.
Go hurt.
Cry me a river, dog. Pitts to 10. Yo, Tom, appreciate you, man. Great call, man. Be safe out there, dog. You did?
Yeah. See you, watch.
Yes, sir. Tune into the live draft show that we do for all 3 days. Junior Mora, drop 5 in Super Chat. If a team is calling you willing to trade 10, the 10th pick and Pitts is there. Okay. If a team is calling you to trade the 10th pick and Pitts is there for the taking, what would it take for you to give up that pick? I'm not trading that pick, dog. I'm not trading that pick. If it's Kyle Pitts and like somebody want to trade, what's the haul I'm getting? If you want to give me like one of them San Francisco come up and get a quarterback hauls, and we could talk about it. But if it's just a first round pick and like a third, I'm just gonna take Kyle Pitts and move on in my life. Let that dude be great on my team. We're not gonna overdo it. Appreciate you for the contribution, though, Junior. Adrian dropped 5 in super chat. Voch, I'm going to a draft party. My friend Grant Hermans, I think I know that name, is getting drafted. Okay, cool. I'll keep an eye on the draft show, though. Hey, man, just hop in, leave a like and a comment. Let me know you came through. I'm gonna say what's up, Adrian. Get a little shout out. Enjoy yourself, sir. Go and have yourself a good time at the party. You know what I'm saying? And I got a couple topics written down too. I got to hit y'all upside the head with. Astro Ant dropped 20. Astro Ant 24 dropped 3 in the super chat. He says, "Is Carolina our biggest threat for Pitts?" No, I think it's yeah. Carolina's in that dangerous. Yeah, I think it's Atlanta and Carolina. Atlanta and Carolina are the 2 danger spots. I don't think Bengals should be considering Kyle Pitts. I don't think Lions will. I don't think Dolphins will. I think because the Dolphins don't draft well. I think they like Gesicki enough that it won't matter to them that they're going to let Pitts fall. I mean, I could be wrong. And I don't think the Broncos get him neither. So Pitts to 10. Let's see what happens. Devon Fearby dropped 50 in the super chat. Let me give you a war call as they are chanting Devon's name. One more time because he dropped 50. Just. What'd he say? He said, keep doing what you do. Keep chanting this motherfucking name. Just keep chanting his name. Gracias, sir. Appreciate you. Very much so appreciated. We gonna try, man. We gonna try to keep pushing, man. Be sure to tune into the draft show, man. We're doing 3 days of draft coverage. It should be fun. Should be fun. Let's get King, the Ravens fan, in here. Then we're gonna go into the chat box. All right, King, what's happening, sir?
What's up, bro?
Cool. Coolin', my guy. Good to have you back. What you got for the show?
Yeah, man. To be honest, I didn't really have too much for the show. I was just sitting back, cooling and just listening. I just kind of hopped in the call log. But,
okay.
But what I was kind of getting from a lot of people in the chat and people who called in who are Cowboys fans, y'all somehow seem to think that Kyle Pitts is going to fall to 10, and I don't see it happening in no way, shape, or form. If I'm being honest with you.
No way, shape, or form. Like no, like hold on, wait. So when you say no way, shape, or form, there's 0 scenarios you can see Kyle Pitts falling to 10.
It would not necessarily. Okay, that's over exaggeration. Not 0.
Okay, my bad.
Very highly unlikely. I can maybe if the Patriots trade into like the top 5, top 6 and try to get their quarterback and that shuffles things up. But I think it would take something like a crazy monkey wrench in the works for him to fall to 10. I don't see him falling past Atlanta unless they trade. I don't see him. I know you're just talking about the Dolphins. He's not falling past the Dolphins.
Okay.
They're not that stupid.
Okay. Are they? I
don't see him falling past.
Are they not that stupid? Are they not that?
The thing is
this is my okay. Watch this, Brother King. This is my thing, right? On my channel, right? And you're relatively new here because I remember you calling last time. So what we've learned on this channel, just as a family, together as a unit, what we learned is we would rather say what's not likely to happen opposed to what won't happen. Because one thing that we've learned here, just my chat box, is that teams really suck at drafting. So to say what will or won't happen, we're giving teams benefit of the doubt that they're going to draft well. CeeDee Lamb should have gone to Oakland, but they're not good at this. You know what I mean? Like AJ Terrell shouldn't be a first round pick. Damon Arnett shouldn't be a first round pick. Teams suck at this. You know, like the Texans took Titus Howard over Cody Ford. You know what I mean? We just can never say. The freaking Giants, okay? The Giants took Andrew Thomas while Becton Wills and Worth sitting on the board. You know what I mean? So it's irresponsible to say what ain't gonna happen or what will not happen. We just got to be like, it may not happen, but it could. I can give you a whole scenario how it could.
Yeah, you definitely right.
100%.
I was about to say you're definitely right because the Dolphins definitely did draft Isaiah Wilson, and
not only did they do that, but they also got Noah Igbenogany. I don't know why they did it, but they did it. They took those three gentlemen. I always say with the Dolphins, I like how they move picks around to control the board. The Dolphins don't draft very well. The Patriots don't draft very well. The Green Bay Packers had a terrible draft last year. The Bears don't draft well. We just can't be assuming what is and ain't gonna happen. What are the teams in the top 9 in front of Dallas that don't draft well? Shit, damn near all of them. The Lions don't draft great. The Dolphins don't draft great. The Falcons draft great. I'm not scared of them drafting great. Hell no. So why can't Pitts fall to 10? I'm making too much sense, King.
Because I don't believe he'll fall.
I'm making too much sense, King. How about this, brother King? Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry cutting you off. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Throw another scenario.
I'm just also saying too, like, what's the likelihood that somebody's gonna overthink the whole Kyle Pitts thing because he's a tight end? Analytics will tell you that you shouldn't draft tight ends very high, and you know that these teams overthink analytics sometimes, and they'll rather draft some premium position opposed to tight end. I'm not saying that's gonna happen. Kyle Pitts is my number 1 player on my board. Kyle Pitts shouldn't make it to 10, but teams suck at this, brother King. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead, sir. I'm sorry cutting you off.
So let me ask you. So if he does fall to 10,
sure.
I mean, if he does fall to 10, are you a Kyle Pitts away from getting to the Super Bowl again? I mean, we're talking about drafting a tight end and one of already the best offenses in the league.
Sure.
You're taking whatever receptions that were going to Amari, Gallup, and CeeDee.
Sure.
Now going to have to split another portion and give it to him.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all already had a number 1 offense and had Dak throwing for over 4,000, 5,000 yards and was barely scraping past 8 and 8.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all aren't a Kyle Pitts away from even making the Super Bowl. So I don't get the pick at that position, let alone see him even falling there. So I'm going with the rationale that y'all won't get him. I think I could because Jerry is a businessman. I'm not necessarily sure if he's a football man, but he is a businessman. If he does see Kyle Pitts there, he will take him just because the name and and the value for the pick. It would be actually tremendous value. But as far as draft needs, Kyle Pitts should be nowhere near as far as the top of the list as far as needs, especially on offense when you gotta really revamp that defense. I keep calling him Zach.
Mm-hmm.
Dak has plenty of weapons.
Sure.
It's not the offense that's holding you guys back.
Sure.
It's not the offensive weapons holding you guys back. That's for sure.
Right.
I think you really didn't even need CeeDee last year.
Mm-hmm.
You got 3 number 1 receivers.
Okay.
So it's like it's not necessarily that one piece holding you back from getting over the hump. You guys got to get back to. You guys got to win your division, let alone get back to the playoffs and then get to the Super Bowl. And Kyle Pitts, he's not helping you guys get to the Super Bowl in the next couple of years. He's just him by himself. He's not doing that. As good as you think he is, and as good as a lot of us think he is, he definitely is very good. But you're not a Kyle Pitts away from getting back to where all you Dallas fans want to get to. That's just not the case.
First of all, sir, Kyle Pitts is more than good. He's incredible. But also, we're not a Patrick Surtain away neither. We're not a J.C. Horn away. We're not a whoever the hell else. We're not a Sewell. We're not a Slater away. You know what I mean? You don't win Super Bowls with the rookie that you just got. You win the Super Bowls on the last 5 or so draft classes. And if we only drafted on what we need this year, then you'll never fill your team out properly. We needed defense last year, but the best player on the board was CeeDee Lamb. So how silly would it be to say I'm going to pass up on CeeDee Lamb just to get Caleb Von Chase on because we need him? That's silly. You know what I mean? Cowboy fans kind of got this PTSD that we roll with. We pass up on Randy Moss for Greg Ellis. Why we do that? We needed defense. Do we need Randy Moss? No. But shit, that's Randy Moss. Not saying that Kyle Pitts is Randy Moss, but you don't draft for 1 year. You draft for the next 5, right? So the rookie this year won't help you, but the last 5 classes is their job to step up and be veterans on this team for them to lead Super Bowls or whatever. So that's Dak, that's Zeke, that's Cooper and them, DeMarcus Lawrence, Randy Gregory. It's those dudes. Diggs, it's those dudes. Whatever rookie we gonna get is gonna be a complimentary piece this year. Also, let me just run this past you too. I think we would have won the division last year. Our quarterback just got hurt, so that kind of sucks. But if we had any impediment to this defense, it wasn't like it was run defense. It was teams that were constantly running the football on us. There's not a player in the top 10 that's going to make us better. Hold on, sir. There's nobody in the top 10 that's going to make us better at run defense. We're going to fix the run defense with run players, and you find those dudes in day 2 and day 3. Go ahead, sir.
I was just about to say I understand that, and I definitely get where you're coming from. I was just saying, as far as even not this past year, but the year before, you guys had Dak, and you guys had all the weapons. You guys had
sure
one of the best offenses in the NFL.
Sure.
And it it didn't get you anywhere. And even before Dak went down with his injury,
sure,
you guys were middle of the road, and he was still throwing the ball out the gym.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but how does Patrick Surtain change that though? Like how does Patrick Surtain make that better than Kyle Pitts would? Because watch this, I can make the argument to you. Because watch this. I can make the argument to you because I have crunched the numbers in the film or whatever. We was bad last year because our entire offensive line was hurt. Like Zach Martin and Connor Williams were the only 2 healthy offensive linemen that were around when Dak was playing. Then Dak got hurt and they got hurt also. So like we had an entire backup O-line, and I would say no defense just rolls out the bed terrible like that. I think Mike Nolan was a whole piece of shit. I could be wrong. If the defense is that bad, then I'll come back and I'll make another statement on this. You know what I'm saying? But as of today, Mike Nolan was terrible, man. Mike Nolan was I could have called defense better than Mike Nolan. But when we just made a handful of adjustments, we cut some dead weight, Dontari Poe, Everson Griffin, we got better. We got much better on defense when we just cut those guys out. Then we pushed that dude off a bridge. Dan Quinn, I don't even expect Dan Quinn to be amazing. I just need Dan Quinn to be better than Mike Nolan. Then we'll see from there. The Cowboys ended 6-10 with Andy Dalton. You mean to tell me if Dak was playing, we wouldn't have at least went 9-7, 10-6? I know I'm not here to play shoulda, coulda, woulda because Dak was hurt, so we'll never know. But I'm willing to take my chances with just taking the best player and filling out my defense with my other 9 picks.
I definitely get that. I was just in my mind. I had one of the corners going to you. In either J.C. Horn or Patrick Surtain. I think both of those guys, either one of those guys, if you were to get him at 10, if Kyle doesn't fall, if you were to get one of those guys at 10, I think that would really, really improve the defense and really, really help the defense because I think just as much as everybody wants to score points and do this and that, you got to be able to stop. You got to be able to stop the other offense.
Let me tell you something, man.
You have 2 bookend number 1 corners.
Look, I feel you, but I feel you. Kansas City lost a Super Bowl. They went to free agents, and they did nothing but sign offensive people. I feel you. I just think that the game is moving in a totally different way. I think offense leads the way, but you do need defense. I'm not denying the fact that you need defense. I agree that you need it, but why not make this thing as good as we could possibly make it? If Pat Mahomes is an AK-47 and I'm a 9mm, I can kill somebody in a knife fight with a 9mm, but you got a damn long gun. You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to make my offense as best it can be. You would agree that Dak Prescott isn't better than Pat Mahomes, so I got to do what I got to do to make my offense look like his. He got a number 1 receiver. I got one. He got a good slot guy. I got one. He got Travis Kelce. I'm trying to have a Kyle Pitts. Then I want the running back advantage as well. So that's just how I see it.
Well, I agree with you because I want Lamar to have as many weapons as he can.
There you go.
But being a Ravens fan, all they do is prioritize defense, so that's kind of ingrained in my mentality. You got to have somewhat of a serviceable defense
sure.
to put out on the field.
I agree.
And I mean, it's all good. It's all good. It's going 35 if the other team scores 38, and then all those points are for nothing. And that's essentially what Dak did the year he was healthy a couple years ago. I mean, y'all was putting up all the offensive yards y'all could put up.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't nobody putting more offensive yards up than y'all.
Sure.
And in the end, it meant nothing. So it's like, you don't necessarily need Kyle Pitts. I mean, I would take offensive linemen before I would take Kyle Pitts.
But offensive line doesn't help the defense neither. So but wait a minute, wait a minute. Offensive line don't help your defense neither. So I would rather you just say I'm anti Kyle Pitts or I just don't rock with tight end like that. I would rather you say that.
I'm not anti Kyle Pitts. I'm thinking in terms of Cowboys needs. Drafting Kyle Pitts is nowhere near a need for the Cowboys. That's my original point. Drafting Kyle Pitts doesn't give y'all extra games. He doesn't win y'all extra games. He may get you extra touchdown, but he doesn't win you extra games. Blocking that blindside linebacker maybe gets Dak Prescott 2 extra seconds to get the ball to Amari or CD or Gallup like he's been doing. Or maybe J.C. Horn locks down whoever Kenny Galladay, who just came to the division.
You know what you just said? You know what you just said to me?
Lockdown, whatever rival team come to the division.
You know what you just said to me? You were just pro offensive line over Kyle Pitts. Then you just said Kyle Pitts will give me a touchdown, but the offensive line will block me so that Dak can make a throw. A touchdown is better than a throw, man. So what are you saying? What are you doing, King the Ravens fan? What are you doing?
Huh? Bro, I'm saying your weapons aren't keeping you where you are. The weapons that you have, they're not the reason you guys aren't good. That's what I'm saying. So adding Kyle Pitts to the arsenal weapons that you already have, how he makes you better,
mm-hmm.
but in the game, then at the end of the day, we're trying to win, and the Cowboys haven't really won for years and years. So as a fan outside looking in, obviously, I have no cat in this game. As a fan just looking from the outside in, I believe you definitely need to reassure the defense, regardless of how bad the coaches are. Y'all defense was terrible, and that's not only coaching, that's personnel as well.
Sure.
So my main point was to first help the defense, and then if you're gonna help the offense, maybe help keep Dak up. Because remember, he was running for his life, which is why he's been on the sideline this past year.
Why was he running for his life?
Before we try to get him weapons.
Why was he running for his life?
He scrambled out the pocket because he was flushed out.
Because Terrence Steele is terrible, and I don't count on Terrence Steele playing this year. And Brandon Knight and them. They were starting. We had this. There was this.
I don't even know who those are.
Of course you don't, sir. Because look, there's this image that national media kind of paints, but then there's this. There's one that you kind of got to be close. Like I don't speak super nuance on Ravens because I don't watch every Ravens game. Like I'm YouTube guy, but you know way more Ravens than me because you're a lot closer to that situation. Like it ain't like. We had the first offensive line. Like, fam. Okay, so let me just run this down because you probably didn't know this. The first 3 tackles were hurt. Zach Martin then got hurt. Our first team center retired, and we had a young guy that was working in, and he was better than the rotation dude. But then Biotis got hurt, so that's 5 hurt. That's 7 hurt offensive linemen, and the only one that was still playing was the one that we hate the most. The first tight end, Blake Jarwin, he was hurt. So we was playing with the second and third tight end. Our first 3 techs were hurt. That was Gerald McCoy and Tristan Hill. They ass was sitting down somewhere. Who else? I think our corners got hurt too. I think Cheeto and Diggs it was just injury. It was just a weird string of injuries. Now, I'm not making excuses because everybody deal with injuries. I'm just letting you know why shit looked as bad as it did. You know what I mean? Now, we've signed some people. We're going to draft some people. People are going to come back from injury. I don't think that the team is going to be as bad as it was last year. But Dak wasn't running for his life because Tyron Smith is terrible or because La'el Collins is bad. They was on the sideline chilling. That's all.
Yeah, I definitely hear that, and I definitely respect that. And
Understood.
I'm a fan on the outside looking in.
Sure.
I would just even hearing what you're saying, even if you bring all those guys back healthy and you bring the new additions and drafts and drafting and everything like that. I'm just trying to figure out how many more wins does Kyle Pitts get you? I mean, that's what, because he's gonna take away touches from everybody else.
I don't think so.
So I mean,
I don't think so.
You got Zeke. Zeke needs to earn his contract because ever since he got paid, I mean, I had to be a Dallas Cowboy fan to know how he's been the last couple of years. Michael Gallup, he's really an underrated number 1, 2 type of receiver.
Sure.
Amari's obviously a number 1, and CeeDee Lamb, he's a number 1 slot guy in my opinion.
Sure.
So you put him, and you already got a serviceable tight end. So he's going to start. So can you draft Kyle Pitts? He starts over the tight end day one.
The tight end that we had last year, Dalton Schultz, he had 89 targets and 63 receptions. I think that's plenty for Kyle Pitts. Then we're kind of moving it around. Like Blake Bell has some catches. Cedric Wilson got some catches. So all of them catches, if you just refine them, they'll just go to Kyle Pitts. So Kyle Pitts can have 100 targets and will still feed CD and Lamb, Cooper, and Gallup and Zeke. Everybody can get theirs. Like Cowboys are going to run a lot of offense. You know, we had 6 receivers play last year. Our top 3, Cedric Wilson, Noah Brown guys. So we had 5 active receivers making catches last year. We can refine that. There's plenty of room for Kyle Pitts.
So you don't think defensively you should attack the draft heavy?
I didn't say that.
As a Cowboys fan, you
I didn't say that. We got 10 picks.
So if you were to grade your offense as it stands without Kyle Pitts, what would you grade it? And then what would you grade it at if you guys were to draft him?
It don't matter. I like overkill. That's like saying just because my left guard good, my left tackle should be good. You know what I'm saying? So because look, watch this, right? Our offensive line on paper is pretty good. If I draft Sewell Slater or Sewell, they go in the left guard. But Voch, you got La'el Collins, Tyron Smith, and Tyler Biadasz and Zach Martin. You should be good at left guard, right? Nah, not necessarily, because it's all a part of that unit. You know, 4 guys can be good, 1 can be bad. It'll ruin your whole offense. As a former offensive play caller, as a former offensive player, it's always room for dissecting somebody. I say all the time, if you watch Alabama versus Florida, Kyle Pitts by himself made Nick Saban play dime. If you make Nick Saban play dime, then you got Zeke that can take advantage of that dime look. Then you got your wide receivers that can take it. I want to take advantage of every single mismatch I got, because that's how offensive football works nowadays. So, shit. It's never enough, sir. But just because I want Kyle Pitts doesn't mean I can't go defense with my other 9 picks. Go ahead.
No, I mean, don't get me wrong. If Kyle Pitts does fall to y'all and y'all end up getting Kyle Pitts and the rest of the draft, y'all draft defensive linemen, not defensive linemen, y'all draft defense, then that's definitely a to A-, A+ draft, depending obviously on the rest of the picks.
Sure.
It's just my original point, obviously going back to the beginning, I didn't see him falling to y'all. I don't see him falling to y'all, in my opinion. And when he gets to y'all, I don't necessarily believe he's y'all's biggest need, even though people say you pick best player available, you don't necessarily draft a need. But like I said last time I was on the show, as a Ravens fan, we don't ever know what it feels like to draft this early. So
let me ask you this, sir.
Teams that are there.
Let me ask you this, sir.
I don't know why the Falcons wouldn't take him at 4. Go ahead, my bad.
No, you good. Let me ask you this: if my draft haul looked like Kyle Pitts first, Richie Grant in the second, Paulson Adebo in the third, Marvin Wilson with the other third, would you say that's a good first day? That's a good day 1 and day 2 haul? Would you say that?
Yeah, I would say that's about a A to A minus.
Shit, what you mean? I get the you can get a good run stopping tackle within all these rounds. I think you can get a top 3 one in the 3rd round. I think a cornerback, like a 3rd round corner, like a Paulson Adebo, like a Melon Fonwu, a guy like that. One of them nickel dudes. You can get one of them dudes in the high 3rd rounds. You can get Richie Grant in the high 2nd. You can get boss man Fat Kelvin Joseph in the high 2nds. Give me Kyle Pitts at 10 and we can book it.
Is that y'all? Is that, I mean, as a Cowboys fan, is that y'all MO? Does Jerry draft for after he gets the splash signing, the draft signing? Will he go for need for the rest of the draft? I mean,
well,
it's all well and good saying you're hoping that Kyle Pitts falls and then you draft defense the rest of the way, but is Jerry going to do that?
Well, Jerry's a billionaire, and he don't watch film and make decisions like he used to. It's this guy named Will McClay that calls all the shots, him and his team, and then he runs it by Steven. Then they go talk to Jerry, and then they kind of make the final decision. And based on the last couple of drafts, that's kind of what they've been doing. And it ain't even like I don't really feed into the idea of make this splashy play. It's just taking the best guy. If you take the best player, it'll look splashy. So yeah, CeeDee Lamb was a splashy looking pick. He was the best guy, so of course it's gonna look splashy. I'm not saying Pitts is gonna be there, but if Pitts is there and you take Pitts, sure it's splashy, but you're not drafting him because he's splashy. You draft him because it's fucking Kyle Pitts on the board at 10. You see what I'm saying? Also, what's not very flashy?
Yeah, I definitely get it.
Was not very flashy is trading back and getting Travis Kelce, and Zach Martin ain't flashy, and Connor Williams and Tyron Smith ain't flashy. These are all non-flashy picks that they've made. You want to talk about Jerry? Jerry goes on record talking about, I love offensive line. Make a strength to strength. People in my chat box know what that is. So I think the whole stigma of Jerry Jones making flashy picks. Jerry a billionaire. Jerry don't watch film, man. Jerry don't know who the hell flashy or not. Shit, we just pick guys.
Yeah.
If you was a billionaire, hey, real talk though, King. Hey, King, time out, King. Hold on, King. Wait a minute. If you was a billionaire, King, if you was the king of this $1 billion industry, would you know who the hell the damn 5th round pick is out of UAB? Hell no. You wouldn't know that. You wouldn't know these people. You be on your yacht somewhere.
I know Jerry. I know Jerry ain't bringing down no damn all 22. I know that. I'm just, I'm just saying in terms of, he likes the brand names. He likes to be, in the headlines. He likes to make the news. He likes to be on SportsCenter. All that stuff. So I was just wondering, as far as that went. But if y'all do get Kyle Pitts, man, I really am excited to see what y'all can do with him. Just because y'all really a really dynamic offense. That's what I'll call it. Hopefully Zeke can get back to earning his money and not stealing a living like he's been doing.
Sure.
Hopefully y'all offensive line comes back healthy.
Sure.
And hopefully y'all put up a fight, because the NFC East, man, it's ridiculous. The fact that 7-9 team went to the playoffs last year and hosted a playoff game. It's embarrassing.
Well, that's because Dad got hurt. We're gonna win the Super Bowl this year, player. We're gonna win the Super Bowl this year, player. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm rooting for Dak, man, because Dak, he stayed down. He kept his mouth quiet, and he got his money, man. I'm really hoping for Dak. Keep calling him Zach.
100%. Now,
hopefully he pulls through, comes back this year better than ever, and then hopefully.
Now, Brother King, I very much so appreciate you, but I picked up your call at 5:10. It's 5:41 now. So I'm about to talk to my chat box for about 10 minutes. I'm going to go watch these fights. But look, this call was incredible, King. I appreciate you. I also I really appreciate you attacking my thoughts, though. You know what I'm saying? Because I like to keep sharp. I like to think about why I think a certain way. You know what I mean? Some people just kind of call in and just go with whatever I say. I like the fact you attacking me a little bit. Not attacking me, but you verbally, like a good conversational spark. I can really, really appreciate that in you, sir. So good call, Brother King. Tune in for the draft show that we have on day 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, man, I definitely appreciate it, and I definitely do appreciate you taking my call, and I will watch the draft day, and I will be calling in. You probably will be having another discussion like this.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate it, man. Take it easy.
Yes, sir. Call in when the Ravens make their picks so I can get your reaction to it. Salute. Get them up out of there. Great call, man. Great call. I really did pick the phone up at 5:10. I was like, hey, man, we're going to go to King at 5:10. Let me go look. How long I've been talking to King? Where my button at? Let's see how long I've been talking to King. Let's see. I like those fights. I really do mean that, though. Salute. Let's see. I'm just trying to make my offense as best it can.
Drafting a tight end.
Oh, Lord.
And it made me ask myself, like, how valuable can Pitts be? I was like, this could be probably valuable. If not, as every receiver in the NFL, maybe more than every.
In no way, shape, or form, if I'm being honest.
I've been talking to King for 30 minutes, bro. I've been talking to this man for 30 minutes. Damn. My bad, y'all. I be rushing y'all off the phone, but King just come in and we can just talk for 30 minutes. I apologize. My bad. Let me shut down the phones here. Now, chat box. For whatever reason, you may not have been able to call in. I don't know that reason. What the heck? My bad. For whatever reason, I mean, you may have been eating at IHOP. Your ass been, I be eating at IHOP. For whatever reason, you weren't able to call in. You may be out at a crawfish boil like Brother Jeff Kavanaugh is. You may be, you may be in Zimbabwe or something, and it's 3:00 in the morning over there. You laying down next to somebody, you don't want to wake them up. You may be in a grocery store. You didn't want to bring that noise to the show. You may be in class like Nick Gashler on Saturday. You may have talked up your anytime. Whatever the reason is that you didn't call into the show, now is your time to communicate via chat. Chat box. What are your questions? I got super chats, by the way. Let me check in my super chat. We talked to Astro Ant. Appreciate you, sir. Anthony Singleton. Okay, that's Ant. Okay, cool. He dropped the dub in the super chat. I forgot to ask while on the phone. I know you would select Pitts, but if Waddle, Smith, or Chase falls to Dallas, would you select them? Keep giving us great content. Love the Scoutcast videos. Hey. I would take one of the receivers, and I'm not one of these take the receivers and trade Gallup. Like, I'm just gonna keep all my people, you know what I mean? Because like I said, draft is a 5-year conversation. So take the best player. If that's a receiver, take him. And hell, man, just let Gallup walk next year. That's easy. Easy. And just let the young kid come in and compete with Gallup and Coop and Lamb. Just let him learn and compete, get his little snaps in. Like I said, Noah Brown and Cedric Wilson got snaps last year. You can easily work them dudes. You can easily work Waddle into a game plan, but and I'm hoping GMs consider Sewell as generational, so Slater can fall to Dallas because he's a player I want. I'll take either one of them. Play him at left guard, play him at left tackle in the future. Move on my life, indeed. I heard the Cowboys like Sewell, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. You make me feel. We Them Boys Drop 5. It says you want elite play from Jalen Smith and Van Der Esch. Draft a linebacker in the second round, or draft a one tech that can keep them clean. That's what you need. Y'all digging my camera work, man? Like my camera. I'm digging my camera, man. I'm gonna put art on these walls, and y'all just gonna like slowly see them build. You know what I mean? Like this wall is gonna fill itself out. This wall here is gonna be like little pieces of art up on that wall there, and up on this little panel here. I'm gonna fill all this out, and it's gonna be like an art gallery. Like I'm just gonna be building, my art collection. It'll be fun. Voch got debate skills. It's exhausting to debate people, but I don't know. I guess I just make a point and I stand on my point, man. All right, that's all my super chats. Let's roll down the list. We need an opportunistic defense that give our offense more opportunities. Indeed. Also, too, a really big point. Let me get my war card ready when I say this. How much better can the Cowboys get on offense? like scoring. Let's be good in the red zone. You know what I mean? Like we were good numbers wise, but like let's be more efficient as an offense. You know what I mean? It's plenty ways for us to be better. Anyway, Ravens would love Pitts, and they have Mark Andrews. Indeed, don't let these people. Ravens was running 3 tight ends out that mud, man. Don't let these Ravens fans fool you. Shouts out to King though. He won some reps, but he didn't dominate like he usually does. Yo, man, Pete be arguing with everybody. I be seeing Pete arguing, bro, and I don't be agreeing with Pete a lot. Like, I can't argue with him though, man. Pete be fighting, boy. Pete be fighting, bro. Go watch Pitts versus Tyson Campbell. Pitts did not have a great game versus Georgia. Indeed. That's one though. That's one. LVE knows this and proves. But even if that's the case though, right? Like if I'm playing against Georgia and Tyson Campbell is on Kyle Pitts, even if Tyson Campbell shut down Kyle Pitts, Tyson Campbell ain't covering Kadarius Toney or Copeland. He did his job. Take Tyson Campbell away from one of the outside guys. He did his job. And Tyson Campbell fast running ass. He motherfucker better shut down Kyle Pitts. Trevor Lawrence number 1. ETN number 1. Stay woke. Yeah, that's Carolina Pitt, man. He was like, why was I hating on ETN? If I'm not just having glowing reviews on a Clemson player, I can definitely expect to hear from you 100%. You make me feel. I want to IHOP. Let me cue you up a sound drop one time. Let me cue you up. I'm gonna have all this ready for the draft. By the way, it's gonna be instant for the draft. But as of today, we got to run through Spotify. Shouts out to Cashapp, man.
Fuck it. I ain't trying to eat no IHOP.
I already know. Check your super chats. I did, sir. I'm checking them as I go. You make me feel. Let's see. Tell them more, because people like King are afraid of Pitts to go to Dallas. That's real shit. What fights you talking about? Gastelum is fighting Whitaker tonight. Adesanya beat both them up, so we'll see. I would hit the like box, but I don't. I love these streams when they happen. I would hit the like box, but I don't. I don't know what that means. Rob or Kev tonight? Man, I can't bet against Rob, man. Every time I bet against Rob be having people out here looking crazy as hell. Rob just got good defense, man. But it's like ever since Kelvin like had the best fight of his life versus Adesanya, Kelvin ain't been the same. So I don't know. Kelvin had a real close fight. Who was the last cat that Kelvin fought? That was Hermanson, I believe. Kelvin fought Hermanson, I believe. That was his last fight. Barely made it out of that. No, it wasn't Hermanson. It was somebody else. He barely won that fight. Who was this? Let me see. Kelvin Gastelum. I'll look it up right now. You make me feel. Ian Heinisch. Yes, he barely made out the Ian Heinisch fight. And Heinisch is a tough dude, you know, but Heinisch ain't he ain't in the top echelon of middleweight right now. You know what I'm saying? But we definitely gonna get. I'm definitely going Whitaker. I wish Till would have fought, but Till shit got canceled. So we'll see. What else? Cowboy to 6 Lombardi. Dave from New York. What's happening? Cool. Let's see. We saw Bill Cosby right now. Indeed. If I start Reggie Robinson, I wouldn't. I would like to see him play first, and then we'll talk about it. Trevor Lawrence, quarterback number 1. ETN is running back number 1. Stay woke. There isn't a throw Zach Wilson can make that Trevor Lawrence can't. I don't believe that. And Travis can run away from you, unlike Harris. Hey, I'm not gonna argue with you because if you got all the Clemson kids at the top of your board, I won't argue with you. But is that a TV VCR combo? Where at? Let me look on my situation. Where Where you see a TV VCR at? No, I ain't got that. This big ass contraption here. That's my computer. That's my PC. That's my PC, fam. Voch knows he loved to talk. Indeed, I love to hear myself talk. I hate my voice, but I love to just talk, man. I love to have a platform where I can just come and just say what the fuck I want. If JC, Sertan, and Kelvin are gone, who's next? JC, Kelvin 2, Sertan, Greg Newsom, Asante Samuel, Elijah Molden, Paulson Adebo, Ifeatu Melifonwu. There's plenty of them. Sir. Voch, let's say the tackles, Sertan, and Pitts are gone. Is Waddle in the conversation over Horn? Nah, I take Horn. I really like Horn. Pitts turns 3s into 7s in the offense, and defense is key. Sure, defense is indeed key. Voch, would you get Voch McCoy, Gerald McCoy? I don't know, maybe. Roland's reviews. Drop 5 in the super chat. Love the Voch show. Appreciate you, Roland. Y'all go watch Roland's reviews because I'm assuming that's the channel that reviews things. What do you review, Roland, so we can go see what you review? They ain't gonna let me go. See, back in the old days, I could just hit the button. It'll take me to the channel. They don't let me do that no more. So, yeah, y'all go check out Roland's reviews. Devin Gonzalez dropped a 5 and says, keep up the great work. Been watching since 2017. That's a long time coming. Appreciate you, sir. Voch, what's up with those draft hoodies? In the works. I just ain't been on my computer, but I'm having my people work them out now. They're gonna be ready in a couple of days. Hang tight. They want Russo at 3 tech, but he'll hey man, don't say nothing about Russo with Pete in the chat box, man. Come on now. What you doing, man? Voch, Tyson Campbell didn't shut down Pittsburgh. Pitts beat him. Pitts had 2 catches and 50-something yards in the Georgia game. Pitts didn't do very much in the Georgia game. He didn't do very much. But it's fine. He's allowed to. Horn shut down Pitts. He did not. How you feel about Rondale Moore in the second and trading Gallup and the pick for Gilmore? No, I don't want Gilmore. I like Rondale, and I don't want to trade Gallup. Jake Paul or Ben Askren? Man, I don't know why Ben Askren even boxing people, man. I don't know. In my mind, I want to say the pro MMA fighter been boxing longer than even MMA guys, right? Like you may not specialize in boxing, but as an MMA guy, you practice boxing every day. Like you're a better boxer than a regular civilian. And I understand Jake Paul has gotten more work in than a regular civilian, but I feel like Ben should win. I feel like Ben should win, but every fight I watch Ben Askren, he goes for the fucking single leg. So shit, I don't know. We'll see that meme of a boxing match, and we'll see what happens. On what planet is Zach Wilson a better quarterback than Trevor Lawrence, bro? What justification is that? Now, this is what I learned. You really don't want to know why I think Zach Wilson is better than Trevor Lawrence. You simply just want to fight for Trevor Lawrence over Zach Wilson. I'm not about to do it. Not gonna be able to do it. Plus, I've had thousands of videos and live streams where I've talked about why I like Zach Wilson. So, please, sir, please, Cody, save me some time, please. Please. Pitts had 5 catches, 26 yards, and a touchdown in Florida won against Horn. Sure. He ain't get shut down though. Tevin Jenkins worth getting back into the first round. I wouldn't want to trade back in to get Tevin Jenkins. Nah, I love Tevin Jenkins though, and I don't think Tevin Jenkins is going to be there late first. I don't think he'll be there late first. Have you watched Tamori and Terry? Yeah, so he's another one of these guys that the internet tells me I should watch because he's the next Megatron because he got measurables. Then I get there and I'm pissed off that I listen to the internet again. Terry cool. He's just cool. He ain't Megatron. He's fine. Everybody wanted DJ Chark to be Megatron too. DJ Chark is cool. He ain't Megatron. You know? When is your wide receiver rankings? I'm not dropping them. I'm not dropping them. I'm not that inspired to do wide receiver rankings, but I really like De'Ami Brown. I really like Rondell Moore. Elijah Moore is ridiculous. Ole Miss kid, the slot receiver. I said De'Ami Brown. The top three, of course. I think Devontae Smith might be my best receiver. I don't know. Devontae Smith, then Wilder, then Jamar Chase. I don't know. Who cares what I think? Kadarius Toney, he's fun, kinda. He's a Percy Harvin type. You just gotta know how to use the Percy Harvin types. I just feel like if he didn't have like a defined role, then what would you do with Toney? You know what I'm saying? So give him a role. I mean, the wide receiver class is fun. I just don't feel like ranking them. But you have a great PC. Did you build it yourself? No, I paid people a lot of money to put it together. Actually, I think I just paid a lot for the parts. I think they only charged like $50 to put it together. I got it from NZXT. Yeah. They put it together. And then I put Tupac, Killmonger, and Spider-Man in there. Spider-Man's in there upside down. Come on now. If Slater, Horn, and Waddle are on the board at 10, who do you take? I take the best player. That'll be Slater. That'll be Slater. Back for more high-level knowledge. Salute. Voch, Atlanta 4th for 75 and 2 future first. Like, we got to give up. No, sir. I don't even think Atlanta. I mean, no, ma'am. No, Chandra. I don't think Atlanta takes that deal. I think they would have to trade first. I mean, they would have to trade our first-round picks. Then they'll get 2 additional. Nah. I don't see it. Rollins Review says I also have educational videos. Go check them out. Jalen Darden and Anthony Schwartz in the 4th or 5th round. If we don't take receiver early, I don't hate it. Get you a kick return dude. Something like that. Hello, fan from Brazil here. Oi. I had a Brazilian chick that taught me how to say hi in Portuguese. Y'all just say oi. So like I say oi. Oi. Bom dia. That's good morning. Let's see. What grade do you have on Deontay Brown from Alabama? He's a 2nd round pick. He just ain't gonna go that high. I love him. He's my offensive lineman. Where's my rankings? I got my rankings pulled up on Patreon somewhere. He's like O-line, like 7 or something for me. I really like Deontay Brown. I like him a lot. I trade back into the first for Barmore. I wouldn't, but shouts out to you. You know, Barmore really don't do nothing in the run game for me. Like, if I was to get Barmore, I would play him at 3 tech. I know teams ain't gonna play him at 3. They're gonna play him at 1 tech. But they don't even play him in the run game. They don't play him in the run game. They don't. I'm gonna have to call in one of these days. You can call in, but I'm not finna. Look, this ain't your first rodeo, man. We have this Clemson talk every single year, man. When I wasn't that high on Carlos Watkins, I wasn't that high on Christian Wilkins. I was like Deshaun Watson, only read half the field. I wasn't a fan of Renfro. Everybody was getting on my ass about Renfro too. Like, I'm like, hey, give everybody 3 years, we'll see what happens. We fought about Renfro. Cleveland Farrell was trash to me. We fought about Cleveland Farrell. Who else we fought about? We fight every year. We didn't fight about Austin. I don't think you had a big foot in the Austin fight. And ETN is cool. I just think Najee better. Trev is cool. I just think Zach and Fields are better. It's cool. I have a pride with Trev. Trev's great. I don't want to have fandom fights no more. You know what I mean? I don't want to do like fandom fights. I'm old, man. I'm getting so old, bro. I just ain't got it. I just ain't got it, man. I ain't got it in me no more, man. 311 people in here care what you think. Hey, man, that means a lot to me. But I ain't shit though, man. I'm just little old Voch. Big old Voch, 'cause I gotta lose some weight, but just regular old Voch. What else? I don't see what people see in Jamar Chase. Jamar's nice. What you mean? What you mean you don't see it? What about the Western Michigan kid? Eskridge, Dwayne Eskridge, Senior Bowl kid. He's good. He's a good player. He's fun. Better combo. The combo questions. Pitts and Grant, or Slater and Collins. Pitts and Grant is the better combo, 100%. I will live with my offensive line, and not worry about it. Voch, where are the hidden weapons in your new setup? Hey, let me tell you something, man. So I'm working on that. So I got the I got the big goddammit in the closet. I got the carry piece in the other. I'm pretty vulnerable right now. All I got is my knife on me. But if I had to go get something real fast, I got the goddammit like right next to me in the closet right there. It's just not within arm's reach. And to be fair, Robbie, I got caught slipping. I should have the goddammit very close to me, but it's in the closet. The Benelli in the closet. Let's see. Can't believe what Ngannou did to Stipe. Shit, how you can't? After that first sprawl, it was over, player. After the first sprawl, you saw them big Cameroon hips come down on Stipe's head, and they got back up, and Stipe was like, "Shit, what you mean?" Shit. All my Portuguese is jiu-jitsu related. I'm gonna get into some jiu-jitsu soon. Lose some weight. Is Tevin Jacobs at 14 a reach? No, if you like him at 14, take him at 14. Tell Xfinity you want an XB7 instead of an XB6 modem. Man, come on, son. What is this? Son, come on, man. I don't know what you. I don't. Come on, man. Chill. But appreciate you. Iban Sanchez. Barmore at one tag is a waste, sure. Barmore don't even start. He sent him to the open room. Regardless, baby. Voch. What if the Cowboys give the second and third to go to the fourth overall? No. Then hold it hostage for a quarterback brick. That sounds crazy because if that was the case, then the Falcons wouldn't take our pick. They would just take whoever the hell just offered us the brick. Whoever wants to trade up to 4 wouldn't wait till Dallas got there and then decide, hey, I want a quarterback. It would work that way. What's your favorite Zero song? The intro on Life of Joseph McVeigh. That's a very obscure question. I had to go to my Rolodex to get it, but Life of Joseph McVeigh. The intro on there. The intro on Life of Joseph McVeigh. I like a lot of 80s rock too, and Zero samples a lot of 80s rock, so shouts out to Zero. One of my coaches is Brazilian, and my niece always getting him to teach her different Portuguese words. I'm getting there. Yeah. T. Higgins. I don't think we fought over T. Higgins. Me and Pete didn't fight. Pete wasn't around last year, so we didn't fight over T. Higgins like that. You played with Justin Hamilton. Yes, Justin Hamilton, called him Juice back in the day. He was my he played D-line though, but he was my left tackle also. My junior year, he played left guard for me when I was a center. And my senior year, he played left tackle for me. And then I coached him a little bit because I went directly into coaching after I played. So, yeah. The best. And then I went against him in practice, and he smoked the shot at me in practice. I actually got one win in 3 years on him in practice one time. Of course, I got up talking my shit. But But yeah, man, he's incredible, and that lets you know how crazy the National Football League is. Like from a talent standpoint, the best lineman I've ever seen, Justin Hamilton, the best lineman I've ever seen. He's bouncing around the league. You know what I'm saying? Like I've never seen nobody block that dude ever in my life. Block that. Never seen nobody. We used to go to camps. If y'all ever get a chance, y'all not gonna ask. But we went to this camp one time. We couldn't afford to take no helmets to the camp, so we went to another school in the city and borrowed their helmets. So we had like royal blue, everything our colors with green ass helmets because we had to borrow the helmet from the other school. And we would go to other camps, dog, and just line up and smoke people. We just had this thing for the brand because we had natchez on our logo on our shirts and shit. We were like for the brand. Now I wasn't smoking kids. I was just regular blocking kids. But Justin would go out there and smoke kids. We had this other dude, LJ, recipe. He'd go out there and smoke kids. We'd be smoking children. And I'm like, y'all don't even know how good we are because we just little old natchez and y'all never heard of us, but we beating the shit out y'all. Like we smoking this shit. Like when I'm one of the better guys at the camp, it's a problem because I wasn't great. I was cool. I did my job. I got everybody lined up. I was nucleus guy. I executed my blocks. I wasn't special. Justin on the offensive line was special. If any of y'all ever get to see him one day, bring that story up to him. Let's hope someone drops a Pitts Bong video. I don't think that's enough. Ivan says he works there. Okay, well, shit. I just got this modem though. They just gave me this the last time I went there. When I updated and got my big internet boost, they gave me this modem. So don't even tell me it's another one. Don't tell me it's another one. Shit. Dun 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 dun. Is Dylan Radoon's a reach at 20? I don't think so. Don't be lacking. That's fair. My all-time favorite is "Look What You Did to Me." I'm not really a Roe fan. I mean, you know, I think Roe is new Scarface, or he at the time when I was in high school, he was new Scarface. He was 05, 06 Scarface, and I was a heavy Scarface fan. So I just didn't need to get into what Zero was talking about because I was a Scarface fan. Only thing I gotta say that I thank you for Trey. If I ain't never told you I love you, I'm telling you today because you made me keep my head on straight. When I was talking suicide, you made me keep my infrared on safe. I like Zero. He just, you know, he just Scarface. I forgot what song that was though. Yeah. Anyway. Zero must have forgot the name, man. Bama has rotation. Dallas YouTube. Zero the king of the ghetto. I love 80s rock too. 80s rock is incredible. I'm gonna feel when I get my art going, I'm gonna put Phil Collins and Prince up here somewhere because the 80s is where it's at. Where's the sofa with the dirty clothes? Shit. Now the new crib player. In the new crib player, I'm gonna give y'all 5 more minutes because I gotta go watch some fights. I'm not trading to Atlanta. Professionals are a different breed, sure. On the real, congrats on your new place. Salute. Richie at 44, Richie Grant or Kelvin Joseph? Richie Grant. You always take the rangy safety. Every time. Oh, this shit dropped. Let me go back. I love Renfro. Farrell, not so much. Well, Farrell's bad. Cleveland Farrell ain't good. I hope Askren gets beat up. Oh, come on. Why would you want the internet dude to beat the real fighters, man? Come on. Askren has paid for his sins with what Masvidal did. Voch, you can't be telling everyone where the advanced weaponry is. Hey man, y'all can know where it's at. You got to know what part of the crib is in, and you got to hope I'm not in that part waiting on you. You don't even know where the panic room at. Hold on, let me just. You don't even know where the panic room at in the crib. Yes, I have a panic room. Come on, son. Let's see. Tyron is a big sneeze away from being on 2021. We need to tackle more than Pitts. I think we got a tackle. We just signed a rotational guy, and Brandon Knight's developing. I don't think we got to deal with Terrence Steele. Terrence Steele only played like it was a terror threat level orange situation to make Terrence Steele play. I don't think Terrence Steele going to play this year. I don't think he's going to play this year. He got to do it for the MMA community. That's it. It ain't like I'm rooting for Askren. I'm just rooting for like real MMA fighters versus you. Because look, to be fair, Ben Askren know what the Jake Paul. He know what he do. He know who to call out. He called out Askren for a reason, man. Like Masvidal is a much better boxer, and you probably would have made more money with fighting Masvidal. But they not trying to bite off more than they could chew for real. They picked Askren for a reason. Then they're gonna be like, we just beat up an MMA guy, but Askren ain't a boxer like that. You know what I'm saying? Like they know what they doing, man. They know what they doing, bro. They know what they doing. Reaction to Dallas taking Surtain over Horn. That happened? I didn't know that happened yet. I don't know that happened yet. Weed is legal too many places. Bong video ain't gonna work. Yeah, he need to rob a bank or something. Can we get a throwback film session with the tabs? No. We can't go back to them days. We cannot go back to them days, sir. Not gonna be able to do it. You need fight, Voch is good for you. I did always say that, that I'm gonna get back in the gym just in case somebody be like, "Hey man, yo, Voch, we gonna have this YouTuber fight card, and we want to pay you $1 million to come fight on it." and now I don't want to go fight because I don't want to. You see what I'm saying? I gotta miss $1 million because I don't want to fight somebody. You know what I'm talking about? I think anybody will fight to save their life. You know what I mean? Like if they life in danger, I think that fighting is different than, hey, we're gonna put on an organized event. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? So I'm gonna start training soon because you never know. I'm still young enough. Kelvin Joseph was a 4 or 5 star free safety. See, I'm not really trying to convert corners into safeties. I'm not into that game. Nah. Chief Keef changed music. All right. What state you live in? Same state. Have you watched Benjamin St. Just? He's on my list, but I don't know if I'm gonna get to him. Voch ready for whatever? Indeed. I need this punk wouldn't last 60 seconds with game bread. Indeed. I think Elijah Molden can fall. I think Elijah Molden can play free safety for us. Possibly. I just wouldn't want Elijah Molden playing free safety. I want him playing nickel. Voch so cool. It's hard to get mad at him. Phones are lit still. You know what, Tyler? I think the phones are. You know what? I will lit the phones for you, Tyler. You're the only person I will lit the phones for. But after that, we got to go. I got to watch these fights. I'm just enjoying myself back.
You are the only participant in the conference. The recording has started. All participants are muted, and they can unmute themselves.
There you go, Tyler. You can call into the show. Nobody else, though. If anybody else but Tyler call in, they're getting hung up on. He would get pieced up boxing Masvidal. Exactly. That's why they called out Askren. That's why they called him out. Voch versus Foots, 500,000 winner take all. I'm gonna wrestle the shit out Foots. You hear me? I'm gonna wrestle the shit out Foots. Son. Let me tell you something, man. I'm wrestle. You got a favorite bass guitar player? No. I got a list of electric guitar players I like, but not necessarily bass guitar. I'm not that nuanced in guitar discussion, but I'll get back to this. Tyler, what's happening, sir?
Mr. Lombardi, how is it going? It looks like you're on a marathon run right now.
Yeah.
So I just figured, man, 2 hour plus show. I'm loving this, man.
Well, I've been gone for a long time, sir, so I'm just trying to, make up for lost time. I'm about to get off and go watch these fights, though, Brother Tyler. But I did want to come back just to give people, just to get them reacclimated to me being here with this new space that I got. You know what I'm saying? And after that, I'm gonna drop like another film session. Then we got the live draft show, man. 3 days in a row.
I'll be there all 3 days for the live draft show. I'm excited. Presented by Manscaped. You know what, Voch? I'm thinking, my wife's thinking, maybe I should get the lawnmower 3.0. My balls will feel better. She might like me more. It should be good. It's going to be a good one. Now, with that being said,
yes, sir.
Going back to draft talk now.
Mm-hmm.
We're all kind of expecting 5 quarterbacks at the bare minimum, maybe in the top 10, at least in the first round. Historically, that has never worked out in terms of all 5 guys working out, getting second contracts with the team.
Right.
Which one of, or 2 of, or 3 of these quarterbacks do you think get a second contract with their team, or does it really just depend on, and I guess it does depend on which situations they go into? I can kind of I'll lead with mine, and then I'll kind of get your reaction to that. I think Trey Lance and Mac Jones have the kind of the biggest, maybe not bust potential, but the biggest potential to not get a second contract with that team. And I just, because I personally think, looking at the film, I wish, I just want to see more of Trey. I know the tools are there. I know his character's there. Okay, yes, strength of schedule, but you can't really judge that. You can only judge what's on the tape. Mac, 1-year starter, lit the world on fire, kind of is a distributor, kind of a pocket guy, but he looks fantastic. But I need to see more, is really just all I'm saying. And I can make kind of the same argument for maybe a little bit of Fields, but I love Fields personally. But so Trey and Mac, to me, are the ones that will maybe not get there, or at least not get a second contract with their team. Who do you think is who are you the most questionable on, even though the upside might be through the roof?
I definitely agree. This is why. Okay, so I think, and I really like how you frame this, right? Because I like the idea that all these dudes are going to be good for at least a year or two. Because that's what the new league is, right? Like we can play a young guy and win some football games until they get figured out. Now, when they get figured out, there's a whole nother conversation or whatever, right? So I think coming out, I think all 5 of these guys have the potential to be successful. I don't think Mac Jones is physically talented enough to overcome being figured out. Like, if he has a set of throws that he's really good at, I think he's as good as he's going to be floor-wise. I don't see his ceiling getting any better. Like, what is he going to be more accurate or something? Or is he going to make the right read better or something like that? I think once you figure out what throws Mac Jones likes to throw, I think it's going to be ball game for him. I think the overall talent of Zach, Trev, and Justin, I might like Justin a little better than Trev. I just can't explain it yet. And y'all know I like Zach better than Trev. Not to say that Trev is bad. I just like this class of quarterbacks or whatever. I think those 3 have the best combination of talent and physical skills to overcome somebody trying to figure them out. Not that Lance is like a low IQ player. Not that that's the case with him. I just don't see his ceiling being the same as Fields and Trev's and Wilson's.
And that makes a lot of sense. And I'm glad I got the call in. I wanted to jump in here. I know you're heading out here in a little bit, but I wanted to get my work done and give a quick call in. So I really appreciate you opening up the phones for me, boss. Appreciate the time. And have a good day, buddy.
You know something else too, though, Brother Ty, now that I think about it?
What's up?
If you got figured out in college, you may not stand much of a chance in the league anyway. If you think about the Trey Lance game, his first game back this year, Arkansas State or whatever, obscure Arkansas, right?
And it didn't look good. That his only game this year didn't look great.
They figured out his passing, and he had to rely on his feet. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of what he had to do. To where if we look at what Justin Fields did, Justin Fields had a couple bad games passing, but he eventually figured it out and ended the season beating the shit out of Trev. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's interesting. You know, I think that's enough evidence to kind of give us an idea of what these guys are like when they run into defensive adversity.
Thank you so much, my man. This has been great. I was glad I was able to hop on for a little bit. I will let you go. Have a great day, my man.
Can't wait to see you on day 1, 2, and 3, my guy.
Presented by Manscaped. Have a good one.
Oh, Tyler Scout, ladies and gentlemen, I do owe them another film session. I'm probably gonna put them on the Cow Piss film session. I know, or I'll put them on the first Cowboys film session. They'll love that. Last thing before I go, I love stirring up shit. What I say before I left? Prince is the greatest guitar player of all time. All right, cool. What build? This is what I badly want to do, but the internet sucks. With like copyright shit, and it sucks with like playing music. There are 2 Prince guitar solos, 3 really Prince guitar solos that'll shut everybody the fuck up when it comes to Prince guitar solos. One is, y'all probably seen this one, but the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame joint, him, Steve Winwood, Tom Petty, and them, and he just kind of started smoking the shit out of everybody on the guitar. That's light though. There's a song that Carlos Santana does called Jungle Strut. If you look up Prince Jungle Strut, first of all, you should listen to Carlos Santana Jungle Strut, because Carlos is a bad motherfucker on the guitar too. Look at what Prince does to Carlos Santana's song and smokes the shit out of him. And it's Prince's whole band, you know what I mean? So you get to hear some good keys, some good drums. There's a nasty little organ, some good little bass in there. And then Prince kills the guitar at the end. If you're a guitar fan, go check that out. Jungle Strut, Prince. Then there's this Purple Rain rendition. Because if you're a Prince fan, you know that no 2 versions of Purple Rain sound the same. It's an 18-minute version. He was like in Syracuse or something. You can type it in on the YouTube. I'll look that motherfucker up right now. I'll look that goddamn. And I'll drop that bitch in the comments. This is what I want y'all to do, man, because y'all don't love me for real. I keep telling y'all, like, y'all be like, yo, Voch, we support you. We love you, Voch. Y'all don't love me for real, because if y'all love me for real, y'all would go on these little projects like Prince, Purple Rain. Let's go live. Syracuse. It was in 85. Look at this motherfucker. This is what I want y'all to do. But y'all don't love me though. So I can't play this. So I'm going to mute YouTube. I'm going to hit the button. I'm going to take this link. This is what I want y'all to do. This is what I want. If y'all love Voch, this is what I want y'all. I don't ask for much. I've badly been wanting to talk about that. I've badly been wanting to discuss this. If you a fan of Prince, if you're a fan of electric guitar, if you're a fan of Purple Rain, this is a pretty long song. This is a 16-minute version of Purple Rain. If you love music, listen to the whole fucking thing. If you want to get straight to the solo, it's better if you hear the whole fucking song that goes into the solo. But if you just want to take the solo in, right? I'm dropping the link in the description right now. Go fucking listen to this solo at the end. And I dare y'all to tell me Prince ain't goddamn top 5. Look at this cat right here. Look at Pickle Rick says Prince not even top 5, maybe not top 10. Okay, cool. All right. Please do me a favor. Listen to this. And then I don't know if y'all should go to my Twitter or just go to my community page. Just go to go in the comments of this video. I'll see them all. Wherever you choose to get in touch with Voch at, go to my Discord. The link to my Discord is in my description. Go to the music tab. Find me some kind of way and tell me, Voch, I listened to Jungle Strut. I listened to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame joint. I listened to the Purple Rain guitar solo. I had Prince fucked up. If y'all love Voch, that's what you'll do. Because I badly want to have this conversation with people. YouTube be bugging, man. YouTube be bugging. I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna leave, man. Great. All right, cool. See, y'all ain't even talking about Stevie Ray Vaughan because y'all suck. Y'all ain't talking about Eddie Van Halen. Y'all ain't talking about Eddie Van Halen because y'all suck. See, y'all ain't going hard for real. y'all don't like guitar for real. This is random. What do y'all think about Jalen Hurts? I don't. Not the less. Robbie's so cultured, man. Carlton Wentz. Facts. Voch knows. I hear Prince can play basketball. Carlos is incredible. Okay, there's some Van Halen talk right there. Voch trying to get more. Hey, dog. Manscaped better hold me down, bro. HMNI Cadoza. Is this what you talking about? You talking about the Syracuse Purple Rain performance? Because I'm trying to tell him. I'm trying to tell him, dog. Like when I tell you, like when you experience something special in music, you feel a certain kind of way. When you hear the guitar solo at the end of this Purple Rain performance, I'll drop it again in the chat. I cried. I cried. And you can see Prince almost cry. You see it in his face. You see the emotion as he's playing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, dog. Hey, if y'all listening, bro, like meet me back in my Thank you, Tyler. Eric Clapton I forgot the magazine, but they asked Eric Clapton, how does it feel to be the best guitarist of all time? That motherfucker said, shit, I don't know, man. Ask Prince, man. Ask Prince Rogers Nelson. That's what they said, son. Come on, son. We did not he did not drop Van Halen. All right, y'all. Now I'm gonna leave. You are a true connoisseur. Are we talking about the same thing? Okay, so cool. HMNI Cadoza. I'm just gonna call you Cadoza. We are family now, sir. We are family. We family. Anybody. That's real music, dog. I'm leaving. Hey, look, listen to this guitar solo. Follow me on Twitter, dog. Come tell me what you think about. I've badly been wanting to have this conversation, man, but people don't want to hear me. Come to my Twitter so we can talk about this. Meet me in my comment section on this video so we can talk about this, or meet me in the music section on my Discord so we can talk about this. If y'all love me. If y'all don't love me, then fine. Y'all can just go on about your day and we won't talk about this ever again. But if you love Voch, listen to that guitar solo. Voodoo Child ain't shit compared to this damn Prince. And I love Voodoo Child. What makes Voodoo Child so interesting was in that time period, what Jimmy did for that time period. Nobody's done anything like that before. And pioneer talk, that's real shit. Jimmy was a pioneer, but the shit that Prince is doing. I'm leaving, man. Y'all have a good day. Please get in contact with me. I'm about to go listen to this Prince rendition right now. And I'm about to go enjoy me some Prince. I'll be dropping some more film and a live stream soon. Me and Jeff probably gonna do Scoutcast Wednesday. I'll check up on